7. We have Joe Biden versus Excalibur. We have Digital Watches versus Saphri. Ball versus Nodge. And, of course, Jason versus AkitoBass. AkitoBass? AkitoBass? I'm going to say AkitoBass.
I'm assuming it's music reference and not a fish reference.
Oh, heck. I forgot to announce that we're live. Can you go ahead and put that in all the places?
Sure.
Like the Twitter link and just say we're live? And I'm going to start to get the predictions set up while we...
Hello.
Where's the... I always lose.
There's like streams announcement channel in the main corridor.
I just pushed it in general. Oh, it's Heezy! Hi, Heezy! Glad to have you. I'll post it on Twitter too. Hey God Press, how's it going? We're just about to start. Where is Joe Biden?
Oh, he's on his way. He says, give me 1 second, and then I'll be ready. So in that 1 second, hello, chat. You might want to go spectator, Lofo.
Ah, yeah.
We are going to see some hot chip on Justice action. Justice, of course, is tall and wide and floaty. Like, surprisingly floaty for being made of metal, so Chip can do all sorts of weird stuff to her. On the other hand, Chip takes the most damage in the game, and Justice hits as hard as a grappler, so you know, one big hit could just wipe out all Chip's life. Justice is known for being able to lock down the screen with extremely good fireballs, but Chip has a teleport.
Yeah, I'm really...
that can just go behind Justice. So
I'm really interested to see how Excalibur is going to play around that. Maybe going for prediction air normals or up nukes, like H nuke maybe.
Or like nuke FRC.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see.
The Gamma Blade, I think, can also ignore fireballs on the ground and hit her.
Why do we have idols? Not supposed to.
So, without having played it too much, I assume this is a matchup where Justice has to be very careful about using nukes, and nuke FRC is going to be really important.
Ah, Guilty Gear! Welcome! We're just waiting for Joe Biden and then we're going to get started. I got my prediction all set up. I remembered this time. The overlay set up, everything's good to go. Yeah, we're gonna have some of that, Quan God. We have Mole up today, so you're gonna see that a fair bit. Oh, looks like we're starting.
Yep, they are in, and they have picked characters. Let's do this. All right.
Oh, good. They
on
picked
the left.
The characters
In the order.
Oh, I have
Excalibur on the left. President of America on the right. Let's see how they started off. It's first to 10. TK Blade covers a lot of space. Joe Biden backs off, stores a fast shuriken. That's a neat idea, actually. So every second shuriken Chip throws is fast and really good. Every odd one he throws is slow and kind of bad. Get you killed if you do it at the wrong time. We can see Joe Biden is playing careful foots. He's trying to keep Excalibur in the corner, but whiffs the sweep and eats a super jump heavy.
Nice air.
Oh, beautiful air throw right under the fireball.
He's using that IAG a lot. Justice is really tall.
Oh, that was so sneaky. Oh, missed the empty low off the wall dive. That's hard to time. Oh, misses. So, he went for air dash jump punch on standing hit, which works on Justice, but it's as tight as possible.
Oh, read it through, but didn't hit.
Oh, no, it hit the startup teleport, too. He was just doing the Goku pose.
So we talked about teleport,
jump kick is so good.
But he's not really doing it. There it is.
There we go. But Excalibur was ready. He buffered a fireball that traded one hit. Going for... Oh! Okay, there we go.
Excalibur may have missed reversal super there. Because Excalibur had full bar, so reversal super FRC would have just been a free escape.
That's a huge throw.
Big damage.
Gets the point blank knockdown. Oh, backwards hit fireball.
Not sure if that beats his DP. Oh, Chip's very small when he's crouching. Oh, he has the combo!
Didn't get it.
Oh, I think he did the standing confirm.
Do it again.
Yes! Yeah! Okay, so
do it again.
Chip's throw, you can actually combo off it against a couple characters.
Oh, beautiful read.
But he has to confirm whether they're standing or not when he throws. It's very strange.
Yeah, just on Justice. The combo is the same on Potemkin. And it basically, the thing we're talking about only works on Potemkin and Justice.
Yeah, it's not an RC, but...
Yeah, it's just like if you hit them within 4 frames of a normal throw, they're just on the ground and not knocked down.
It's very weird.
It just restands them. Universally,
oh no!
He can do EXDP or Super. But on those 2 characters, he can just do unnormal. Oh, big damage. Confirm.
Excalibur only making that big damage count.
Yeah. The way that Excalibur stores and spends meter is super important for playing the matchup properly.
Yeah, he really needs to make his hits count. Oh, shoot! Shoot! I forgot to do the prediction! Oh my god, I got it all set up and then I forgot to press the button.
Well, I'll just say...
Alright, it started. You have 1 minute.
First game is literally just data.
Yeah, it's data.
It's not like we're doing prop bets like who gets the first game. How many IKs do we get? Do any hearts get eaten? Oh, I love that space heat on the backwards hit fireball. Gives such a good knockdown. The mix up there after the meaty fireball is 6P from Justice is an overhead.
Oh, big combo! Oh no, he drops it! That definitely would have been a kill. That goes into like a 60 hit combo. Nice bait on the backdash.
It's knocked down. Has to make everything count. A lot on the line.
Oh wow!
The frame trap. Air Microblade into a late. I'm never gonna remember that name.
Sepia Trance. Or Sepia? I always think it's Sepia like the color. Nice air evasion from Joe Biden. That triple jump goes really high.
You can see the jump kick from Justice, which is one of the largest and fastest air moves in the game.
Yeah, I think it's 4 frames. It hits like half the screen. Nice. It's 4 frames. It's crazy.
Nice pressure with the close S.
Traps. Not getting huge damage off it. Justice and meter.
Oh, big hit. Oh no. That's okay. Just reset into air throw.
Doesn't need a combo.
Oh, just barely out of range to connect that.
Nice teleport to catch the back.
Instant cross up teleport FRC.
Yeah, super smart.
That's basically unseeable. Like by the time you recognize the teleport startup, he's already down in the FRC and you're Aeronal.
Very lucky that he was just barely out of range of the 6 heavy second.
He gets it.
Oh, nice backdash. Justice does have a Potemkin-like backdash. He can do huge damage off it by going to throw. Nice air
That
throw.
corner sequence
Wow.
is so cool from Chip. He actually jump installs in the combo so that he's able to teleport to the wall and then spend an air option for wall click. Running 2H is, you know, boneless Kai dash 2H. Nice. Covering some of the options that we've seen from Excalibur, we've seen, like, you know, Michael Blade land. Ah, he gets the air dash. Go! Reset into command throw FRC. It's the burst. Blocks. Meter coming up from Excalibur. This could be dangerous. As, like, you know, one hit from either character. Unironically. That was
burst
it.
Still too. Good goal for goal push. Nice. Good read on the teleport. You detonate the nuke manually, I think.
That's true. Even a super FRC won't completely lock him out of resources. Oh no! No life. Baits out the super. Oh, hits the goal burst! Oh, where's the
cross up?
Oh, that's
the goal burst so smart!
The perfect answer! He did super FRC.
Oh,
went for
so
something
smart.
super sneaky.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so cool.
Yeah. He was going for the cross up. I actually said it like 1 second in advance.
The super's really sneaky because you can FRC the first hit or the third hit.
Oh, I didn't know that. I only knew the first one.
Yeah, it's a second FRC point. Also, if you're trying to evade the super to prevent him from doing like RC tricks, then if you don't block the first hit, you can get crossed up by the second hit.
Oh, I think she was crouching there.
I think it was an OTG, but
really?
Either way, you get like a reset.
Yeah.
The neat thing is that she can't really like tech threaten you too hard, so you get pressure even off going for it. I know Joe Biden has really labbed that combo and really likes it. Which is, to be clear, just as what a cool reset. Big damage, 6H, one of the best starters from Chip. Invisible leaf throw to end the round. But yeah, it's really bold to base the strategy with the character with the smallest throw range, trying to throw the character with the largest throw range. Nice backdash. Oh no.
Big damage. Got me stuck in the corner though. Oh, getting a little bit of space back. Nice
Oh,
air
the
throw.
double jump into air throw. That was like... How did that cross up?
That was the
Excuse
chase.
me?
Oh, no FRC on the command throw, which is a little surprising.
Looks like crossed up a reversal input with the backdash J2K.
Oh,
Instant
bit on the burst.
air throw.
Oh!
Yeah, okay.
Yo,
You
pop it
deserve
off!
that. You deserve that. You got on the board. Super stylish burst punish.
How are we looking on the bets? I want to see what the bets are.
I hope it's 50-50 because honestly, what we've seen out of these guys, it's dead even in my opinion. Like, I don't know about character matchup, but like player matchup, this is so good to watch.
I can't check how much it is. Alright, whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Maybe someone else can let me know what the ratio is.
Trade 2H, oh, drops the air dash, but that's okay. You just get a corner cross up off your air throw because it's a back turn knockdown.
Nice backdash.
Good backdash.
Good block on the dust though. No early detonate.
Alright, now Justice is super scary with that 75 meter.
Oh, I think
yeah,
he's
you're dead. Yeah, this is a hard to drop.
I mean, he went for something fancy. He could have just dumped meter.
Yeah, I don't know the calculus of giving the burst back. Well, he's not gonna. His burst coming back is not gonna matter in time because 70% of his life is gone by the time he gets it.
You guys didn't ever see that. He actually just could have kept going. Like 90% damage. Maybe it's just not worth it.
I mean, yeah, at that point you're giving him tons of meter, and he did just get burst back.
That's
so.
true. Yeah.
Oh, I love the forward teleport bait. You do it rarely. Oh, it was the crouching version. So he gets pressure off the air dash anyway because Excalibur is not like snap anti-airing out of the combo.
Yeah.
And you never know when he's gonna like just frame trap into Rekka off the combo anyway.
Well,
But the proper combo is to
Here we go.
Oh, missed the first punish.
Oh, just Excalibur was ready with that anti-air nuke.
just
very
a little bit
dangerous.
farther, the dust would have counter hit the nuke instead of losing to it.
Very dangerous to air tech into air dash against Justice because she can just pop those nukes out.
Mm-hmm. Or if she really reads you, she can counter stance you.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the actual throw confirmed. You confirm whether Justice was standing when you threw her or crouching when you threw her. And if she was crouching, you do instant air alpha blade off the stand heavy. And if she was standing, you do air dash. Well, throw off jump shot.
Yeah, Joe really has based his entire strategy around these throws.
I mean, I think you kind of do that anyway as Chip. Like, he has all these tricky ninja stuff, but ultimately, in my opinion, he's a strike pro character. Like, you get a knockdown, you get mix-ups.
Yeah, yeah.
You can spend meter for some tricky stuff, but like, the heart of his pressure is his close S is a 4-frame +2 move. And if he throws you, then he gets ninja stuff on you. Or, you know, if he has meter, he just instantly teleports you. Backdashes out of the mix-up, but Chip just continues the pressure. Joe Biden, going way over the fireballs into a dive kick. Gets the knockdown. Well, never mind. Justice is very floated. She can tech that at that height.
Nice counter hit.
Another huge counter hit.
He's really been
He's
hitting
getting
those.
so much off that.
Yeah.
Even on trade.
Nice blocks
the
from Excalibur,
Joker
but
special.
too much.
Okay, I lied about strike throw. If he has meter, he is the 50-50.
That's 2-2?
That is 2-2. Like I was saying, dead heat, even.
Yeah, anyone who just saw the 1-0 and snap bet on Excalibur, that may have been a poor decision.
Or you know, it might not have been. It's 50-50. It was either smart or not. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Nice whiff
good
punish.
whiff. I like how it's so meaningful that, like, yeah, you could just sweep for, like, you know, 40 damage or whatever in a knockdown. Not every hit has to be counter hit into 6H into full combo. Oh, clash on the anti-air. Yeah, there he confirmed the crouching.
Damage. Nice combo. Oh no! Looks like a drop, but he's making it work. Nice whip punish again.
I think it was definitely a drop, but a mark of a really seasoned player is when they just turn drops into their advantage anyway.
Nice nuke snipe.
Yeah,
Did he kill off
had
this?
seen that before. No, it doesn't have the meter.
Couldn't go straight into super.
Excalibur had seen that before and went for the dust fireball this time, the 2-2D. And that's going to blow up to 2K.
Wow! Gutsy Zanzairoga.
Was it gutsy? He had FRC. I choose to believe it was an extremely smart decision backed up by the possibility of an FRC on confirm.
Nice blocks
Or maybe
there
he
on the
didn't even
jump
have the
head.
FRC.
Joe's really picking his spots to contest really well. Look at like how long he just walked there, cranked guard bar, waits for it, goes for the jump heavy when it's time. Or that 2 heavies. Oh, nice snipe from Excalibur.
I really like how deep his pressure goes. You know, he sets up the Alpha Blade knockdown, goes for the wall dash mix-up, and Excalibur's backdash is blocked, so he just goes straight from that into a throw bait and punish. Oh, it's gonna be punished first. Yeah.
3-2 for Joe.
Low damage hits, but when they're that low, you can just run your
Oh, it's 3-3
hard to block
actually.
low payoff stuff until they die.
Bobby says it's 3-3. Oh, the chat's been telling me that for like... chat's been telling me that for several minutes.
I think one of them chip died too fast, you just missed it.
Sorry.
Thanks for trying, chat. We appreciate it.
I do read chat, I just don't read it continuously.
I mean, how can you peel your eyes away from this amazing guilty gear action? Oh, I didn't block that. Corner cross up. Yeah, the instant air cross up reset. Joe Biden totally feeling like a rock star right now.
Yeah, he's pumped up. You know, he got that first IK and activate taunt, and he's kind of been pumped up ever since then. Some people, they just power up. You know, that's their Super Saiyan activation. Nice block. Oh, it gets a mix off
into a
it.
low.
Both these characters have Super FRC.
Yeah. Hey, this is a good game, though.
No mix, strike throw.
This
Instant
game is
cross
about
up.
fundamentals.
Instant cross up. D teleport, jump D into 50-50s. No mix up.
2K into Rekka is actually like a deep fried frame trap IMO. Because counter hit Rekka 1 floats them and then you can do an IAD combo. Like, even if it was supposed to be 2K close S and Rekka just came out anyway, I don't care. That was cool.
Yo!
Yeah, the air throw, you like RC it just the right time for them to ground bounce. You get such a nice combo. Yeah, keep her honest with 6B6H. It's counter hit only confirmed, but we've seen Justice float around in the air and countering stay a lot. But Excalibur's adjustments are so good, like...
Finally got the combo. Good stuff.
Yeah, blocks the cross up.
Oh wow, nice wall
Blocks
stick.
the double overhead.
Yeah. Oh, what?
So sure of the burst, he just stood there doing nothing. Forgot to block it. Like, yeah, I do this and the burst happens and oh, oops.
Got the block on the cross up was burst anyway. Joe playing around
That's
the
not
super
gonna be it.
well.
Oh, that could have.
Real cross up.
Yeah, I think an OTG Gamma Blade could done, but also like not blocking that concept. So, a little technical note: whenever Chip jumps over you on knockdown, he could faultless cancel his dive kick, and it kills his forward momentum, and he drops in front of you. Or he can just go on the other side of you and get a cross up jump heavy. Sometimes they even just flicker an empty faultless on the way up, so it looks like they're doing an empty cancel, but they're not. So if you ever see people just get hit by obvious chip jump-ins on wake up, it's because they're trying to guess one half of that makes up, and it's not as obvious as it looks.
Yeah, he got a corner cross up there without a wall stick? Is that
Yo,
right?
that was pixels away from Chip just dying.
How did he do that?
Was it an air throw?
Oh, it
Or
might have been
maybe
an air
just...
throw.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can cross up after
his air throw. Yeah.
It has a reverse-facing knockdown, which allows corner cross-ups. Very strange property. Nice snipe. Excalibur swinging in the air, looking for Joe to go airborne.
Oh, no FRC.
Frame trap with the...
FRCs and jumps out of... Yeah. The command throw is like definitely seeable, and like people are really on point and can air throw it, but it is strike invincible once it goes into the air, so it's a great way to call out supers that are like strike invincible but not throw invincible.
Go going for some tricks, but looked like he was ready to air throw or something, but he didn't go for it. Nice block on the overhead. Excalibur swinging in the air. Thinks Joe's going to try and approach the air. Joe is approaching from the air. Oh, but Excalibur wasn't ready.
That was air footsies. That was guilty gear. Oh, this game.
Yeah, that would be good.
It's just good. Yeah. But he can pressure off the OTG anyway.
Joe is so on point with whip punishing with that 2D.
Spending half a full bar just to guard cancel out of the corner. That's scary Justice Mixer to be. The higher, the lower the throw, all going into huge combos.
Oh, nice big counter hit. Joe's really been making that 2H work. Justice jump heavy actually has an insane hitbox, so being able to snipe it like that consistently is really impressive. There he backed off instead of going for it. Oh my god, good blocks.
Yeah. He knows that super hits behind her. Hits most of the screen.
Yeah, you have
no
to jump
ID.
over it.
Oh,
no super.
That was bold.
Doesn't need it. Yo, get off my screen.
Games where you can't hit the opponent after the round are for cowards. I'll just say it. I don't care. I don't care if your favorite game falls in that category. It's okay to like games for cowards. This is +R. Yep, there's that sneaky kill your momentum mix-up.
Joe's kind of running train here.
There was the
not
fake
much damage.
FD into cross-up. Counter hit.
Excalibur just needs one hit to turn this around. Got not got much meter to work with.
Oh no,
That's a good hit, though.
he momentum cancels into the fireball. It would have whipped if he just kept going.
5 heavy. 80. Might be disjoint.
It is pretty disjoint, and
Yeah.
it like covers them fuzzy jumping too.
Nice bold dash from Go. I noticed Excalibur's not using Nuke FRC that much. Preferring to save his Nuke for supers. I think that was a super, but he got crossed up.
Yeah, we've seen some clutch like Nuke FRC Nuke to cover both ground and air.
It's 7-3 now,
Or
right? Red
the-
Jet? 7-3?
Like if chat says it, it's correct.
Goes I think he's on a 4-game streak now. That's what we saw in the lobby. That's a lot. Excalibur's gotta make some stuff happen. There's a great guard bar. One good hit here. Most fireballs do not build
Nice.
guard bar, but nukes do.
Well, yeah, most of them build a small amount of guard bar, like way less than their attack level
Really, I thought
would
most of them built
indicate.
0. Pretty sure
No, it's
Gunpla
only a
doesn't build
few.
any guard bar.
I think we talked about this. It builds like a small amount.
I know
I'd
most
have
of
to
the
double
Disneys
check.
don't build any.
Well,
But that
She deserves
might
it.
It might be her. Yeah, she does deserve it.
yeah,
Really
Nuke's
impressive
a
combo
ton of
for-
guard bar and a ton of meter.
Excalibur here. Yeah, Chip does have a lot of meter to work with now. That allows him to make
Oh, the
mixes
crouching confirmed.
like that.
Oh, didn't get the pickup. Oh no, the crouching. Oh, that's it. That's it.
He really likes that super FRC, both defensively and to get the big conversions off bar hits, like bar slash or sweep.
Okay, I legit thought that was an even front. Oh, mash is on the close S. And by mash, I mean like really smart Abare.
Nice
Oh,
block.
that's flashback cancel. So Chip has 3 air options, so he can air dash, slash back to shorten the air dash, and then jump backwards. And because of what slash back does to your momentum, you just kind of fast fall out of your triple jump. And you get this like really weird box jump back. Yo, crouching confirm.
Goblin out of there. Big damage. Go
Getting
does
hit
have
to the
burst.
mid mix up. Draws a lot of meter. Both players are just trying to air throw the other one. They're like if I air throw, you can die. And if I whip jump heavy, it's not the end of the world. Because our jump heavies are pretty good. Nice air throw. Blocks the in front.
Goblin being
Instant
really
blocks on the
patient.
rack up, but no.
Oh my god, no pickup! Oh, he wasn't ready for that. I wasn't.
Oh, Joe
Nice
Biden's
snipe.
going to be kicking himself for that confirm. Now Excalibur has
A lot of
all the
meter.
meter. Can't get... Oh, gets tagged by a miraculous hitbox on WWE. 3-6 now.
Yeah, Slashback has all sorts of weird interactions on air dashes. It's character specific what it does though.
Yes. It does something,
It
but...
does something weird. 6-3.
Yeah, like, when Dizzy does air dash slash back, she just kind of glides forward farther.
Oh, Salil, thank you so much for subscribing.
Nice challenge on the third rack up. 6A actually has, like, almost no recovery. So it's pretty cool to check people's wake up with it. I think you might even be able to, like, bait her super, because her super is like 13 frames.
Yeah, Excalibur is also doing 6 heavy on wake up, just to try and catch Joe after whether he does the DP or not.
Yeah, because if you can make it whiff, I think the hit on the way back can launch the DP.
Yeah, one player's kind of just
Yo, that confirmed!
play around the powerful defensive options the other has. Nice bait on the super. Doesn't get it punished. Tried.
How did he block the corner cross up? Actually, was it even? It might have been cross protection. It looked really good.
Could have made a DP there, I think, with the catch counter, but didn't quite work. Another good snipe on the. Oh my god! No, he missed the jump peak. Nice block.
Nice.
Good situational awareness there.
Yeah, he hasn't been going for too many OTGs outside of the attempted throw and like taking that situation.
Well,
Because
so
the hard
thank
knock
you
gun
so
is still
much for
good against her.
subscribing.
But you can get a lot of extra hits off sweep Gamma Blade, dash up, punch, punch, punch.
Excellent defense from Excalibur here, looking just for the right spot to backdash there. Gets the throw.
Big sign of respect to just like early guard cancel against Excalibur's corner pressure. There's that overhead 6B, immediate burst. Joe Biden knows he cannot afford to just sit there and bet on the three-way mix-ups. You do have to treat Justice like a grappler with certain matchups.
About blocking these 5Ds. Also, Joe's air blocking here has been on point. Only taking chance when he
dropped it.
Work. Excalibur knows he just needs one hit, going for his really high
that was so
priority jump
bold.
kick in the air.
That was probably not meant to be raw 5D, but at least he didn't die from the counter hit.
Seems like
Funny.
Chip's air hitboxes in the air gives Excalibur a little bit of trouble. He's trying to snipe them with like jump S, and it's not working out for him. Oh, nice backdash.
Chip backdash so long it got out of the 6-inch.
Throw. Oh no, that could be it. He has a million.
Oh, this combo! It doesn't kill. I don't care. It looks really cool. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's okay. You're still alive. We haven't seen too much Shuriken play anymore from Joe.
Yeah, he hasn't.
There's been like enough space in the match to just make one.
Oh my god, no one's getting hit! Damn!
Well, that's the matchup. 7-3. Oh yeah, Joe is streaking, but I mean, there's so many clutch moments at the end of these rounds.
Oh, those were all so close.
I think definitely a factor of Chip in first to 10s is just like mental fatigue, because he plays at such a high pace that like
Well, for both players.
if you're not used to if you're not used to like judging these small situations and the small adjustments you have to make to cover like the risks, you're just gonna get burned out trying to deal with this character. And like, yeah, you can just swing at him and do this much damage, but over time on long set, that's not going to come up as often as just getting smothered.
Nice burst there. Doesn't want to hold that. That would have done like probably 70% at least. Joe being very patient.
You see a lot of crouching confirms into single Rekka. That's because Joe's being careful and option selecting his instant Alpha Blade input with like S and P.
Oh my god!
Big counter hit! Oh, that's such a good hit! That's like a combo video starter.
Yeah, that reminds me of the old Super Turbo backwards hitting combos.
Super Turbo, it's simple. You get backwards medium punch with Chun, and then forward medium punch, and you medium punch again, and they're stunned.
Yeah.
And then you super and they die.
Or 7. I mean, you guys tell me. Chat, you gotta correct me on what the score is. Especially King Nothing, the score expert.
Hard knockdown off Generate's TP. It's pretty high payoff for fast TP. There's the fast shuriken. Oh, that was air dash, jump heavy, cancel into wall clean into instant low, but Excalibur actually blocked that one. There's the backwards knockdown. So, something to notice is that an accomplished Justice like Excalibur can knock you down wherever he wants. If he sends you to the other side of the stage, it's because he wants to do the fireball strategy. And if he knocks you down right next to him, it's because he wants to mix you up.
Oh, that's again. Got the meter. Drop. Oh, he didn't go for the... Apparently that's a plus.
Yeah.
I think I knew that.
At least if you have D8, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Which Joe had to do because he was in chip death range.
Yeah, very smart to use it in that situation. Using slightly minus special moves when your opponent's in chip range to make them plus, really smart play.
Oh no. He's missing FRCs on those air alpha blades.
It looked like he was trying to bait the DP, but wasn't ready for the EX DP.
Yeah, I can't see any of these, whether he's invisible or not. The safe jump heavy. Cleans up another round. Like, Joe said this a lot, like, when he was learning Chip, and he focused on just, like, loop, jump heavy, Oki into knockdown, he was amazed at how many wins he would just get off just doing these 90 damage combos, like, 5 times in a row, and that's all they're... Oh, slightly too high in the burst punish. Baits the throw.
Oh, that's the combo, but Excalibur's still in a really bad spot here. Oh no! Okay, Excalibur really needed that. Oh, nice.
Really awkward timing.
Tech trap with the DP. Excalibur would have had to FD all of those hits. 8-4.
Of course, if he did FD all those hits, he would have got a 6-8 starter and probably killed.
It would require a lot of situational awareness.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even if you tech FD, are you gonna realize in time, like, wait, he's doing that, and realize you have to hold FD for like a full second?
Exactly, yeah. Nice backdash for Joe. He's been really good about backdashing those 6 heavies. Falling the dude?
The ground slide on counter hit by plate is so long.
Can he pick up with that jump kick, or are you just doing it?
I think he's just doing it for timing so that he can land to fireball. Oh, nice pickup off the counter and jump heavy. Oh, went for the staircase combo or whatever they call it, but
yeah. If he just got for super, I think he would have killed.
that's what I thought. It's hard to judge. It's like, how much of that life is 50 life? Oh, sees the command throw to beat the super, but FRC's out of the super, jumps back and punishes. That's actually a bit of Justice privilege, is that you can just up back and still hit all the way down to the ground. Yep, gets the knockdown, cross up, re-cross up, gets the TK. By TK, I mean instant alpha confirmed. Getting out of that Justice pressure.
Room to do some tricks, I guess. He's gonna push the corner.
Plus, Chip built guard bar quickly, and I believe he loses at a normal rate. So, you know, when Justice goes like 6 heavy to vacuum you in and then fireball, you're gonna build a ton of guard bar, which can just instantly kill Chip. So he just wants to create some space, breathe.
But super didn't quite work out for Excalibur. Like Joe was slightly too far away. Big throw time. Gets the OTG.
Oh, the counter hit. Gold burst knocks down. Lets him set up the fireballs and seal the game.
Anti or close as really smart.
It hits so high above her.
Yeah.
Both the 6P and the close S. So like, although Chip's teleport FRC might seem, you know, really hard to test, he has to be pretty smart about doing it when Excalibur isn't reading it. Press, oh, backdash is out of all that pressure. Gets a counter hit jump S. Which vacuums him back in. Sends it to full screen. Oh, hits the teleport with fireball. Nice conversion, but eats a knockdown from counter hit. Late air dash still cannot catch Justice's very long backdash. That's okay. Spend the meter to make it confirm when she was standing instead of crouching.
Oh, nice! Even what got the pickup off that move is actually pretty tricky to pick off because it depends on the spacing it hits at. Nice.
Oh,
Jump
denies the alpha efforts.
Oh, he was at a meter, so he got air unblockable.
Yeah, Excalibur checkmate their basically. Oh, late confirm on the backdash situation gets hit. Look, we just really want our throws, right? We're Guilty Gear players. We want to throw each other.
Nuke time. Once you get 2 or 3 nukes out, it's pretty hard to get through all of them. If you have a teleport.
Honestly, like, Justice matchups are like, can you completely invalidate a nuke wall because you are Destiny or Dizzy? Then you're probably fine. If not, you don't want to take this game. Oh, just barely too far. Yeah, it can be hard to judge when the second hit of 6 heavy will connect because it's slightly smaller than the first hit. Reset into air throw. Joe Biden started to get a little shaky in the middle there, but trying to rally his power in this set before he gets too worn out from eating massive Justice counter hits.
Nice 5D punish. Another block on the 5Ds for Joe.
Yeah, none of those 5Ds have landed.
Yeah, I don't think he's landed a single one.
He's trying to age check him, but I think he might have him confused for someone else with the same name.
I mean, he has white hair.
It's true.
Nice backdash again. I was really adjusting those mini 6 heavies, or not quite 6 heavies.
Nice confirm counter hit. Take the knockdown, spend the meter. Press your life advantage. Although not a meter advantage. Nice. Oh, baits the 6-speed with so much pushback when you hit, but that's okay. That's a lot of meter gone from Justice, but then you teleport right into a Michael Blade. Thankfully it was both hits, because if it was only one hit counter hit, that would have been huge. You would have lost your first, at least, if not your life.
Does been making Chip's backdash do a lot of work. It's actually a pretty tricky backdash to use.
Oh, that was so, like, present. That separate trance, whether it's from the ground or the air, really alters its hitbox, so she can like whiff it in front of you and throw you. But Joe had the presence of mind to like block whatever nonsense was happening in the air, and then just like mash that 2B, make her fall into it. Don't let her get away with nonsense. And it's 9 games for Chip, for Joe Biden.
For Joe.
If he wins this game, that's the set. Wall dive, fast shuriken. Covers so much space. ID confirmed. Joe in fine form. This is looking like the early games he was winning.
Oh, that could be big. Excalibur looking for that backdash.
Oh, that was flashing Garpar.
Oh,
if he hadn't dropped that burst punish.
Yeah, Excalibur looking a little shaky. Nice blocks though.
Yo, gets him to whiff or slash back. Countering it confirmed.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Maybe
Going
Joe's
for the
age checking.
OTG burst to stay alive. He really believes he can win this round, but unfortunately, that's not true. Talk about a hero burst. OTG bursting at 1 life. Teleported to air throw. Oh, doesn't like that position against the wall. Trying to do all sorts of tricky movement to get out. Land, drown, cross, teleport. Oh, what? So the first hit clashed, and then the second hit counter hit. But because it clashed, it gained the right to cancel into anything, even itself. So it's the very rare 2H combo.
Nice blocks.
Going for the
slash meter.
box jumps.
Nice blocks.
When you have these,
there we go. Oh,
close enough to link the jump kick. Huge life swing. No, he doesn't want to go! Oh, is that a negative edge? Oh no! Oh my god. He specifically wanted to go the other way. Like a moth to the flame. Excalibur staying alive.
nice. Good conversion there. Excalibur's doing really well here. Joe might be a little shaky. Maybe count a little victory a little too early. Big guard bar.
Oh, huge bait. Oh, that was so smart. Oh my god.
Oh my god, he just exploded.
Single hit, counter hit sweep into wall bounce Michael Blade into burst proof conversion, taking it to a very nice score of 9-6 for Chip.
Wow. Well, let's hope
Oh my god,
Joe
my
can keep his
heart.
composure. Oh!
Miracle after miracle to stay alive.
Excalibur's still in this. Don't count him out. I really liked Excalibur's neutral in that last game too, actually. Playing really smart and conservative.
He's so good at like reading the space you're trying to contest and playing around it. Oh, finally a dust hits. Oh, it gets turned around. Oh, that's okay. Just do it again. Oh, big punish.
Big damage. Excalibur's looking
I think
good.
that actually was supposed to be a close knockdown, but that's okay.
Joe's using the cheap mix-ups. No punish from Excalibur. Got a lot of meter. He just needs one hit into super here.
Yo, the dash into hard bait.
Oh, he didn't ever see it.
He missed the FRC. Now he gets air thrown. What'll be the cross up? No! He didn't want that. I think he wanted to air to leaf grab.
Excalibur's still got to make 4 games, but at this rate, he's going to make them.
Joe's one of those players with amazing execution, but they get into like moods. Like, oh, I'm in the groove where I can do the slash back box jump. I'm going to do it like 5 times in a row. And likewise, you tend to get fireball syndrome. Like he lost that previous round off jump S hide me when he wanted jump S leaf throw, and he's done like 3 jump in leaf throw mix-ups this round.
Nice,
and they all hit. As if to
trap
prove
off
to
the
himself
super.
he can still do it.
There's the flash and guard bar.
Oh! No. All that meter gone. This is going to be very hard for Excalibur to win this round. But it's just a round, not a game. Still alive. Joe Biden at match point again. I mean, every game from here on out is going to be like this until Joe finally closes it up.
I don't know that Joe's going to close it up.
Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to leak the script. That's a lot of chip life gone. Nice block. Possibly an FRC mix. Miss.
Nice
Oh,
FRC
the
on the
FRC on the TP. Yeah, misses the TK, but that's okay. Oh!
The chip,
Whip
jump
punish
dust for
chip
Chip's so
dust.
good. Oh, no.
Oh, just really missed. That was his chance.
Oh my god.
Both players so cautious. There's so much on the line. The air throw.
Burst.
Baiting everything. Wish
Oh!
the gophers and oh, I don't think that was supposed to be a 5 heavy.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He's probably going for super. All right, 10-6.
Wow.
Oh. No, they don't know the
Okay,
score.
no. Stop it.
I gotta be honest. If I were to play a set like this, I would also not know how many games it is.
Oh yeah.
I'd just be in the zone. I think they noticed. Because he just did like 40 alpha plays.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a bit more casual energy to this round. It's hard to put my finger on it, but round start counting at gophers.
Galv is trying to take this back. Oh, let's go! The Hana combo!
That's
oh my god, I got messed up because
the FT gets the first hit with RC into big damage.
Kicky kick combo!
Chip has staircase combos too. Yo, hitting it, going for 3 reps, gets thrown. I said I wouldn't commentate, but man, it's just so fun to watch these guys play. Yo! Oh!
Oh no! Gets air thrown.
Oh, that means we have another round. Guys, stop. If Joe wins, it's 11-6. I mean, I don't know what to say. We're just gonna have to record it. He did round start gold burst again. I'll point out. So, unlike most OTGs, OTG Force Break Gamma Blade knocks down again. So you just like loop it.
Stop it! Stop
Yeah,
it! Get out of my face!
Enough. That's enough. Block this overhead. I need to build meter to do more beams. No, if you backdash, it's not gonna work.
Sure he can! Sure he can!
Danger. He's just trying to win off air throw.
Calvin trying to do the fancy stuff. Oh, gets hit by the nuke! Nice backdash. Jump kicks! Jump
Now that
kicks!
seems on the line, the only contest is you can do the hypus confirm. Guilty Gear really is an art form.
Not evade the dead angle. Or possibly reverse. Oh, Excalibur takes it! 10-7!
Alright, 7-10. How do I kick someone from a lofty? Alright, turning on spectator mode again. Thank you so much for playing.
Alright, I gotta do the predictions.
Alright, let's lock in some predictions. We got another match.
Choose
Digital Watches. The famous Axel versus Saphri. The Testament. This is very cool.
hydrate. Yeah, I should have some water. Thank you. Just a real
Oh, I
quick
like
thing.
I like what Mr. Hack said. We just take a win away from Joe. So it's just 6-9. That's how the
Emerald
first
Zen,
10 ends.
Yumir, Rakosan 5, Ako Jamirai, Gyro, Godpress, Judica, Spes Patino, Ui.
Did you start the next prediction?
AkitoBass, Animal Companion 47, Fun God, Aaron Good Guy, Lob Sodar, Fruit Punch 40, and Kane RG. Thank you so much for the follows from all of you. And I will start the prediction.
Alright, so this is an interesting matchup. There's a lot of tech involved. Axel is said to dominate the neutral, but the more familiar you are with Axel's tricks, the more you can like patiently wait him out. Testament, of course, once Testament gets a knockdown, it's the Testament show. Especially ending in that super, you get to do empowered traps, which let you do ridiculous Mortal Kombat combos on people. Oh, and Axel runs right into a web.
Okay. Got this scoreboard.
Baits the burst, run up throw. What's the combo? 2H. No, just takes the knockdown. Oh, catches Axel trying to move. There's always a bit of a mix-up on a knockdown with Beast Summon. Because people are like, are they going to do a greedy summon that I can jump out of? Or are they going to do a meaty summon but I can backdash it? Or Super Armor. Axel does have a mid-frame 1 auto guard. First game goes to Saphri.
Yeah, that was really convincing. But Digital Watch is extremely solid player, known for good adjustments. So let's see how this
These
goes.
two play a lot.
They do play a lot.
Calls out the jump. Calls out the no tech by just like, oh, you don't want to tech this? Okay, I'll do a 50% damage.
Wow.
Like big combo. Yeah, anti-air web is pretty tech actually. Especially Axel has a lot of extended hurt boxes.
So I know years ago, I don't know if he still feels this way, but Digital Watch described Axel as a tricky character and not his own character. And she really embodies that tricky style.
Oh, that super's better on... It's +9 on block, and it's better on trade than on hit. Oh, but that'll be death. One thing Axel does a lot of in this game is damage.
Yeah, Axel has surprisingly high damage, especially off like just stuff you might not expect Axel to go convert off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fundamentally fair design because
A lot of it's anti-air, right? So you kind of have to let him hit you.
If you're in the air, Axel can shred your life. But to get you from the ground to the air, you either like consensually jumped, or Axel had to do Redson ever so he could shred your guard bar.
Yeah. Also, on top of that, Axel's mix-up is kind of sus.
Got a big tree off the air throw. It's like his pressure is good, but he's more of a grappler than a mix-up character. He's got the 6H, and 6H is plus on block, and it's actually pretty good against Testament because if you counterstance it, you just like whip behind him, which is kind of frustrating.
Digital Watchers really wants this round,
but unfortunately will not get it. Oh, big counter hit. Takes Testament all the way to the ground. Frame trap, fake DP. He doesn't have real DPs in this game. He has like a low crush and a high crush, so he has to kind of choose the right one. And then he has a frame 1 high mid auto grip, but that would just defeat lows.
Saphri really mixing up her pressure really well.
Well, that'll be death. Yeah, Saphri really vicious once she gets the knockdown. And Digital Watch is not too willing to just sit and patiently eat the, can 50-50s. Well, they're not really can, because there's all sorts of tricks you can do with the timing and covering various reversal options and such. And honestly, I think it's correct to not just like sit there and let Testament do whatever they want. Because you will eventually get hit or thrown if you do that. You have to be willing to test all the gaps. You have to know the frame data and the situations.
Yeah, I know
There's the whiff into block.
Has said that she's actually pretty confident about how Axel does in this matchup. I'm really interested what kind of trick she's going to show us.
Yeah, her exact words were, people are afraid to say that a top tier has a counter pick matchup, but Axel legitimately counter picks Testament. There's a big tree there, but
she knows.
Digital knows that. There we go.
Nice.
There's another big tree. Oh, wow. Threads the needle on Axel's 2H with Testament 2H. That's going to send Digital into the big tree. And then you just easily got suppressed with the poison.
That combo had so much confidence. Kind of like IK activated in the middle there.
Yes. Testament is one of the reasons you can't combo into IK in this game.
I like the no cancel off the 2H, just taking the pressure.
Yeah, 2H is kind of interesting because it has somewhat limited cancel options. For the normals, it can only go into 5D or 2D. And if you're predictable with that, you will get slashed back by people who are familiar with Testament. Oh, going for max. Oh, it just barely didn't reach the tree.
Oh, Saphri's got all the meter in the world though. Testament built so much meters off their combos.
Went to bait with the unblockable and baited out a dashing Gravedigger, but Saphri was able to recover first and get the throw.
Saphri's kind of running away with this so far.
Calls out the round start slash. This is another way that Axel can get good damage. But
nice 2H. Saphri's really shown us some really great 2Hs so far.
There's the auto guard to negate the vacuum effect on the reverse SPs, which is very smart. Oh!
Very smart punish.
Yeah. That unblockable is a cheeky way to test people's reaction, but it is counter hit throughout the entire recovery. So if you have a good counter hit jump in, you can totally kill Axel for trying it.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah. That's pretty hard to drop.
Saphri's combos are pretty consistent. His Testament's combos, especially hitting all those reps into the Master Puppets, are tricky. And often very character specific because you have to hit the Lancasters.
Oh, nice punish.
Oh, very smart.
The
Master Puppets.
The one-hit version of that half DP is like 4 frames. It's Axel's fastest move. So Digital will often go for scramble situations and call it out with the block.
I was gonna
This
say,
is a lot.
I really want to see how Saphri is gonna make that tree behind her work.
Going for the guts, but poison is worn out. Oh, I think that
counter stance to knock Digital Watches into the tree was just so smart.
Yeah, it's like if you let Testament mix you up, they can badlands you backwards into the tree, and if you try to pressure Testament, they can counterstance you backwards into the tree. Their whole kit is about being able to send you wherever they want on screen. Big call out on the 2H round start with a full jump in H. Digital Watches bursted immediately, but manages to land that unblockable. Oh, tries to frame trap off the Axel Bomber, which unfortunately is just a mid in this version. That's the most tragic change to Axel.
Yeah, I really wish it was overhead. But it's plus, I'm surprised Saphri was able to match.
Oh! And we see Digital going for OTG resets. Frame trap with 6H.
Very nice.
Such a strong option.
Digital really showing off how good her pressure is.
Yeah, both of these players really trying to make the offense count. Nice call out on the 5 feet. 2H. Oh yeah, sweep confirmed. That was a bit of a tech trap. You'd normally try to 5k with, but the skull came back. This is
on the curse and the poison.
That's a hard situation to get out of.
Yeah. Saphri can just sort of wait and it's fine. Nice 2H again. Good whiff punish.
I mean, if you hit Testament, the curse goes away, and any trees that are out go away. But what Saphri is doing is, when Saphri knows that Digital wants to hit her and dispel that stuff, she's calling it out. She's counterstancing the fireball. Or she's just jumping in ways that are hard to tag, trying to get Digital to overextend. Oh, TK Badlands, second top kick classic. The timing on letting go of the beast is a bit off there, but the pressure continues whether you get the hit confirm or not. There's the FRC to make it very plus. Oh, yeah. Oh, it just barely didn't kill Testament.
Oh no, tragic. That would have been a nice double KO. I always find double KO super exciting. That's 5-0 for Saphri. She's really running away from it with this.
Hey, we're seeing a lot of really effective player-specific callouts. I'd like to see what kind of adjustments like that Digital is making to call out the callouts. One thing is, Axel can do this trick where he buffers quarter circle punch in almost any normal.
He couldn't have done that there though because it was airborne. It was the 6 heavy.
No, that one that was hit was a close S.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah. So the thing about the 6 heavy is that it has so much forward movement and is so wide that the counterstance does not track it properly. It goes behind Axel.
Oh, really?
And by the time Axel recovers, he can block it. Yeah, it's very consistent. You can almost never actually hit the 6 heavy with the counterstance. You're basically forced to spend meter to be safe. And all his other normals, you buffer quarter circle forward punch, which is not a move. And if Testament does a counterstance, it becomes quarter circle back punch, which is Axel's catch counter, that you basically get a throw combo off. So that's just the thing that you really have to drill to get it consistently. And in a lot of these situations, you're not buffering on every single hit of every pressure string, because that's a bit psychotic.
But it probably makes it really hard to gallop too, right? Really smart burst by Saphri.
Kind of.
Digital in the corner.
The other thing is 2H is not special cancelled, so if Axel does 2H, it's a free counterstance. Yo!
Nice
Amazing movement around the homing skull.
And she's on the
Great
board.
conversion. Max damage. These are adjustments I like to see.
Alright, well, she's down a few games, but she's still in this. Let me get the random music going.
Oh, big air-to-air counter hit. Misses the tech trap by trying to make it a real combo. Nice.
It's gonna be big. She's got a lot of meter to work with, so she's going to Master Puppets. Oh, apparently.
Oh,
not.
just quickly misses the one hit. Missed the delay. Oh, there was a tree there. Oh no.
Big. What if I see?
It looked like Digital would just walk into that, but I think she was trying to FRC and just missed the FRC.
Really good read by Saphri there to go for that X Beast in that situation. She read that Digital was playing a keep away game. The X Beast would work for her.
Triple overhead. Oh.
Wasn't that this is him?
Good. That was 550. I guess if you're planning to do button, frame trap into Rents and FRC, and that happens, you'd have to do like button, half circle forward, punch slash. Oh! The whiff cross up into throw.
That's one of Digital Rex's favorite gimmicks. I've seen it from her a bunch. Oh no!
Nope. Wasn't far enough to reach Testament. I mean, Saphri knows how to do good pokey, you know.
Oh no!
No!
Oh, but
wait,
she didn't get
it
poisoned.
traded so there's no poison. I don't know. Probably still not okay. Well, actually, no, Digital has the life advantage.
Yeah, no, I think that was really smart.
Saphri does have to fit some kind of mix-up here. Eventually. Oh no, the big web.
Oh, it's tragic. I think she thought she was out of it. I definitely thought she was.
No, had to cancel into auto guard, I think, to beat that. Or just not cancel the sweep and back up. Oh, runs right into 2H, immediate burst. Trade 2H. Oh, but that's not in your favor. It puts you in Testament's optimal range. Hitting these overheads. Simple confirms. Oh! It's always frustrating to buffer dash 2K on the assumption that they block S-Beast. And then they get hit, and then your 2K doesn't combo because it whiffs under their air hitbox. But
like
full jump. Yeah. But there's always trade-offs, because if you're buffering 2P or close S, and they FD, they can move out, or they can get pushed out of range of real mix-up. So,
nice. I really
this
like
is
how Tinker watches use the Force Break Bomber as movement.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually see her just save that meter, you know, freaking kill people. That is a good way to call out both counter stance and 2H. Oh no,
that 2H, like you said.
It loses to the counter stance hard, one of the few pokes that just like totally free to it. But catches the jump. Nice reaction to the super. It's probably like around the same, but
I like this movement. Yo, Digital Watcher is starting to feel himself on this movement. There's that gimmick again.
There's the classic. Baits the throw, but was trying to bait burst. Oh no!
Oh, Saphri's got all the meter in the world.
Wake up auto guard, but that curse is on guard. Oh,
because of the curse!
It's gonna be a kill. No, too high. I mean, it wouldn't have killed anyway, but it would have led to a
setup.
Hey, no.
Oh
Crow
my God.
changed the setup.
Goes to the
It's
block.
the Crow setup.
It whiffs.
Nice block on the hard on the pressure. The Crow is still going.
5P. Oh
No,
my God, she's
just barely out of range. Saphri really likes to jump in heavy against Axel. You do get you know, a nice situation if you get all the way in and make Axel block.
She gets the Lancastro, gets it. No super. We didn't realize that she had meter.
Yeah.
There it is. Bad situation for Digital here. All the traps in the world.
Yeah, 2 large trees. One large tree. Another large tree. Another large tree.
What do you even say?
Look,
so
sometimes that's all you can do is try.
Oh, you do your best.
You know, sometimes there are massive poisonous bombs covering half the stage that won't even go away if you hit Testament because they're empowered. So, you know, you just gotta try. Big call out. Another big call out.
Oh my god, this gives you so much damage.
Okay, this is a reset attempt. Saphri waits on the first black beat attempt, techs after it forward, maximizing the space she got from the tech.
When you burst Testament off and they do a web like that,
no, that was supposed to be
back
web.
You have to block the web.
Like the FRC pressure. Digital playing it safe, just making space.
Nice air dash.
I need a nice smash on the jab. And confirm into the extend, just enough damage to kill. That's weird. But yeah, whiffing 3H is not a great look, so it's definitely Digital Watch's advantage. There's the 2H. Nice.
Oh wow, nice Lancastro there. That was crazy.
Oh, no cancel on the 2D. Very smart to just instantly punish it.
Oh, that 5
Gets blocked. That super is pretty good, but also a bit slow.
Looks like that situation may have been a little late to try and catch the counter. That 5
Oh, that was so far away. Oh, wow, the 2H is late enough to go through it. Oh, the manual teleport manages to cross up some kind of input. No, but once you start webbing people, you're shredding their guard bar and not doing too much damage. So then you're just going for a nice ender into a great situation like this. Well, you don't have a lot of meter, but Digital also does not have a lot of meter. She has to spend so much to avoid chip death.
Really smart on jumping over the side. I wonder if she has the crow pattern memorized. It wouldn't surprise me. So the crows, they have 4 patterns, and they're deterministic. But the pattern you get is random, but after that, if you memorize them, you know what the pattern is. Nice patience with Digital there.
Those are some deep player reads there. Oh, you didn't tech. I mean, it's a 50-50, honestly. Digital is so ready to just, like, give you a tech and go for the air throw or the 2S reset. And also so ready to just, like, scare you into not teching. Extend a combo very greedily. The amount of control Axel has over your air behavior is just, like, amazing. It's one of his best properties, for sure.
Yeah. Digital really plays to that advantage. Digital is definitely holding her own now, but she's got to make a lot of ground back.
Oh, it throws the 2H. Yo! Hey, look at this reset. No, I'll just do a better throw combo. Yeah, eat that first. Oh, that's bad.
Oh, nice
that was
burst.
supposed to be an FRC. Late FRC air dash. Oh, I love this combo.
God, this is swag!
Saphri up backs out of the air dash mix-up. Immediately cancels into key super. So Digital, because of the life lead, has the privilege of not having to deal with these trees if she doesn't want to. Oh no, the Renson. Very smart using the counter stance in places where it looks like Digital wants to commit to something that cannot OS it at all. that might be why Digital is not bothering to like constantly OS against the counter stance. That Saphri just usually does not do it when it's OSable. Oh, that's okay. You're fine because it's the backwards one. Forward one is like untechable on counter hit most of the time. Nice adjustment.
Yeah, nice dash. Oh, nice 5P.
Slowly chipping Saphri out and whiff punishes the 2H with an air dash backwards jump S.
Fantastic patience from Digital Watches that round.
That was a nice change of pace. We've seen a lot of rounds where something like this happens, and like one player gets an early hit and then just crushes the other one in the corner and they die. But that was like Digital had a slight lead.
Oh my god!
Oh, the FRC doesn't go as far. Oh, went for the reset. But yeah, that previous round was so good where Digital had like a slight advantage, just ground out that advantage. You know, like watching a chess master who's up one bishop, just like trade over and over until you have no options left.
Yeah. Oh my god, big counter
no,
hit.
the counter hit. Don't know what that was supposed to be, but the frame trap and the chip death.
Very nice.
Whew. Not 3-7.
Could make
I don't
comeback.
know. I don't know what this character matchup is on paper, but you can tell that Saphri's a terrifying player. But Guilty Gear is just, I mean, it's just such a deep game. There's so much you can do to call out specific habits that, like, almost no matchup is really written in stone.
Yeah, style matters a lot.
There negates the mix-up, ends up in the dead zone of 6K, which are usually used to try to pin them down from jumping out of the loose setup that you do to bait reversals.
Often you'll see
no! Yeah, that's one of my favorite.
Disagree
On what
matchups are, because they play so differently that style really makes the matchup.
Nice link, that'd be dead.
You can watch take another round.
Something that happened there is one of my favorite testament techniques, where someone has like a big dive kick like move that clears the air below them, like Cliff Jump Dust or Axle Bomber, and it would clear a web. You jump up and block it to like take the hit, and then they keep going into the web. Oh, didn't OS. That's fine. just
oh no! Looked like Digital Watch was going for a little bit of a throw gimmick when she got thrown herself.
Yeah, in order to turn around on the air dash, she would have had to super jump forward over the super.
Oh! Maybe he was reading a back dash.
Yeah, Testament 5P, you mean?
No,
it's
for 5P at point blank.
Oh. That's safe.
No counter.
I mean, the 2K is safe, the super is not safe. Oh, going for some kind of thing. I think Saphri had an idea like, I'll dash forward, 2H web, and tree, and oh, they're too far. You know what, I'm just going to do like some of the best Oki in the game. That's fine. You know, best Oki in the game is a consolation prize.
Oh my
Can't
god,
argue
she's
about
on
that.
fire!
Dash forward. Yeah.
This was out of meter though. Protect traps. Looks like she actually. Oh my god!
Oh
Yo!
As soon as I saw her feet cross like the FRC line, I was like, that's it. That's the digital throw.
Yeah, she's really bold to just throw, like, just dash from like full screen.
Well, like, you have this fear meter, right? It's like Elden Ring, right? Your frenzy, your fear of chaos and death eventually fills up, and then you just get frozen in place, and they run up and do whatever they want to you.
It really looks like Digital Watch hit her stride, and maybe the fear meter is carrying between rounds.
I think Saphri's good at resetting the fear meter.
I mean, Digital opened up with just run up throw. So I don't know. Saphri might be a little shook right now. We'll see. Maybe it could also be that she's not like, shook, but Digital Watches just has that much of a lead right now.
Yo! Beautiful reaction to Max Range Renson. Calling out.
Nice throw. These trees are going to be a lot to work against.
There's this point deep in sets, that's Testament, where you stop trying to do like the super good throws, and you're just like, alright, throw Oki, throw Oki.
Oh my gosh!
Bait the burst, yes.
Very nice. Yo, digital watches for clutch has 5-10 times as much as 10 minutes ago.
So what I was going to say about the run-up throw is that the like deep player-based RPS between these two is you either do something normal, you do something totally galaxy brained, like run forward counter stance or whatever.
Free throw.
Or you sit there and block and wait for their galaxy brain option to totally flop in their face, and then send them into the corner and kill them with your amazing offense. So I think Saphri getting thrown at round start is just like, I'm blocking and waiting for the galaxy brain.
That's fair.
Oh, crouch and confirm.
There's a watch
Another
takes
game
another
for
one.
digital watches.
7-5. 4-game streak.
2P Forest is a surprisingly like workhorse Gatling. Yeah, this time Saphri went for the galaxy brain, and Digital did like neutral super jump.
Oh my god, what is this?
Oh no.
Air trap, doesn't matter.
It's really cool when you get them to block jump heavy, but you have to. It's so slow to come out that Axel's waiting for it. Yeah, you just like close as at any space unit loses.
Yeah, it's something testament.
There we go. That's the only situation where you counter stance
You told me it
that.
doesn't work!
I said almost never. And then we saw it not work like 7 times. You didn't say, "Oh, you're right. You're so smart. It feels easier." I'm glad this combo was so long that I cannot lose any meaningful information while popping off like this.
That's 5P to check. Looking for that XP.
I'm also glad that combo's long because it's a cool combo.
Oh my god, the Galaxy Brains!
Axel's just so cool. There's the effort. I love that. I love everything about these characters.
Oh, no burst. Suffer's got all the meter.
Everything I love about these characters is probably things that people in general find wrong with Guilty Gear.
Like what?
Well, like how Desmond just handle any normal unframe true recovery into like a projectile and another normal. Forces the jump block, which forces the curse. Both players, no life and no meter, just shredding each other. Oh, gets the hit, but the crow had started to attack, threaded the needle on that tree, and then finally air dash Badlands covers it. Badlands is the best worst option in neutral in the game, honestly. Like, it's obviously punishable, but it's also obviously amazing at beating so many things. Yo, the fire combo. Yo, tech this. Bet you wish you tech this. Hard call out the 2H. Well, not really hard, but you know, waiting and 2King is just such a good option. Axel 2K.
So if she gets into a rough situation like this, it could be pretty bad.
Yeah, this could be all Testament.
Oh, she's almost got burst. It's 3 trees gonna come out though.
That's not gonna help. Come on, come into my lair.
Oh,
no!
she didn't quite get over it!
I think she had to super jump over it. Oh, never mind, just get hit. Just get hit, that's fine.
Oh my god, gets
throw!
thrown!
Saphri was betting on the tree doing the work for her, but got thrown just before the tree could connect.
So smart from Digital Watches to go for a throw there. 7-6!
Not only is this bringing it up to 7-6, this is a 5-game win streak for Digital Watches.
Yeah, I mean, Saphri
like, I
opened with a
talked about
5-game streak.
adjustments, like, yeah. And with characters with brutal offense like this that gives you so much reward for like player reads, you expect crazy streaks like that. Okay, you could have just done nothing. You didn't have to, like, I mean, come on. You talk about player expression. Player expression is what you do when you don't have to do it.
Because it doesn't have much recovery, right?
Yeah. You know what it probably is it probably is like, well, if you do nothing, or whip counter stance, I win.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you do a 2H, I super win. Oh no. Okay, trade. Oh, did wake up, did a wake up counter, but got hit by immediate level. That's fine. That was really bold clearing the web like that.
One of the things I really love about watching Digital Watches is just how she uses
that's not
all
safe.
the kind of crazy moves to great effect.
Meaty. Sometimes the no setup into meaty low is just what you need. You're like, finally, Testament's not doing the setup. I can do anything. No, like, they can still just meaty you. Nice call out on the 6H. Fortunately, the combo whipped. Combo can be a bit weird on air hit. The frame trap.
Oh, it's frame
calling
trap.
out fuzzy whatever. Almost done. Just do a 6H again. That's so cool. Yeah, don't put up with that.
Looks like she tried to 5P, but a little too close.
But it was fine. So if Saphri is doing the classic tech air dash, and this is going to be a Digital Watches grinds it out round.
Digital Watches really good spacing.
Spacing the
outside
Renson.
counter stance.
Oh no. Never mind. This could be death.
Probably got one more chance here.
No, it doesn't have enough meter to kill, but reset and a throw. Yeah, you're dead. No, the drop. Oh no.
Oh!
Okay.
Oh! All right, 6-8.
Oh man.
Saphri's still ahead.
I completely drove what I was saying out of my mind.
I know. I just saw spaced out.
The counter stance pulls Testament's front leg back. So even if you don't have some weird OS with like a backwards counter stance against it, if you just space your moves so they like touch the very front of Testament's hitbox, then they will naturally whip on the counter stance. So if you have perfect spacing, if you just play better, I guess, then it's a fair move. This is going for a kill route, or at least a recurse. No. Yeah, it wasn't. You need to double web.
It does have poison and curse.
I think it just doesn't work
And
out for accuracy because you don't build enough meter.
Wow, the far slash or jump slash beat that. That's crazy. It hit the extended hurt box.
Yeah, Testament jump ass is a really good one. Oh. Honestly, that's not even like an unblockable mix-up anymore. It's just a frame trap.
Yeah.
When you're that close. Oh, whiff punish? Okay, come on. No.
That works.
Well, that move is like plus a normal block, but minus on instant block. So, yeah.
Except for the overhead.
This is not going to work. That's not going to work.
Digital Watch is playing a little bit less patient than she was before. Saphri's being really aggressive.
The thing about both those situations is there was so much set up already for Testament that it was one of those situations where you do just have to block it out. It's painful to like spend so much time learning how to disrespect Testament and occasionally find yourself checkmate into respecting them, but 9-6 for Saphri, 1 game away.
That was really good block on the cross-up tree there by Digital Watches. She still lost, but that was a great block. And we got a very nice score.
When you have to like FD to not get chipped out. It is 9-6. How long ago was that question? Oh, it was a while ago. They are going back into it, alright.
Oh, were they
Mine lost count the other way. I checked chat to see if there was a question, but it was 15 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hold on. Are we on character select?
You're probably just taking a while on character select. We're on auto spectate, so.
Yeah.
Yes, I assume so. Yeah. Yeah, letting the character select tick down for what might be the last match. Or last game of the match, I should say. Got a side swip. Oh, both players went for a round start, jump forward air throw.
There's a tree, I lost it.
It's right above the pillars, right below those pillars.
Yeah. Oh, no.
There we go.
Okay, it was far to the left.
Okay, it was in front of the first pillar, sure. Alright, cursed?
That's when players won't be honest about where traps are. Right?
Look, I'll be honest, alright?
You don't know where they are.
Knowing exactly where they are is your job. Knowing roughly where I'm going to launch you with the Badlands, that is good enough.
Really
and that was one of those.
They switched sides.
That was one of those situations where Assessment has a huge life lead, got a tree in front of them, just sitting in the corner, like, you know what, just come at me. I don't care. 2H whip, 2H get.
Doesn't want to let anything go here.
Oh. Nice sweep skull.
Nice blocks.
Oh, missed the FRC, but there's a big tree. Oh, does a feint and gets swept out of it. Yeah, adjust the combo so you don't have to go flying into the tree. It's still there. Oh, thought it would be a Gravedigger or something. It's still there, you're cursed.
Nice blocks though. Oh no! Wasn't ready for it. Oh. Alright. 10-6 for Saphri.
Nice set.
Wow, what a set. There's a lot of streaks in that.
Alright. Next up, we are going to have Mole versus Naj. Even more Testament action.
Oh yeah, there's Testament.
Maybe I should repost the lobby link.
Oh yeah. Mesopotamia, the Baracha journalist, and Sir Frijoles. Thank you so much for following. Oh, are they playing again?
I hope not. I mean, we could just leave the room and start a new one. Because Mole and Naj are here. Alright, Mole and Naj, like, start, and we'll spectate you manually. Alright, we're in here. Mole versus Naj. Abba versus Testament. Death by massive damage versus, in some cases, death by 1,000 cuts. This matchup has a lot of dynamics to it, actually. You know, part of it is how well can you keep Abba from transforming. Unfortunately, Naj goes for a high-risk jump in. Gets anti-aired, knows he has to first prevent the transform. Versus baited, and Abba was able to get a transform without spending a blood pack. Not spending a blood pack is important because it means you have an extra one lying around that you can use to transform into Goku Muraha, like that. Oh, trades with, oh, but Naj wiggles out. Now, even if this whole gambit doesn't work out, oh, air blocked. If you, so Gravedigger's usually punishable. If you air block it, you tend to end up in this weird situation where you have to do like an extremely specific punish, otherwise you get thrown when you land. Oh, calls out the Gravedigger with an armor move, and this should be death. Oh, gets the knockdown. No, doesn't get the knockdown, but manages to blood pack FRC, heal the life back. Still has a blood pack if he really wants to. Oh, gets hit by tree.
Oh
Jump
my God,
in.
it's round. I was setting up the prediction and the scoreboard. It was still going.
Oh. So here we see the other style of Testament. don't try to go in an open drop. Just suppress her. Force her to spend a blood pack. Don't even try to go for too much Oki. Just like contain her, reduce variance. Here's one knockdown. This will be a third knockdown. RC into activate. And that is the weakness of Abba.
Excuse me, Abba, one of the few characters that makes IKs really matter.
Yeah. Every knockdown takes about 30% blood gauge. So generally speaking, after 3 knockdowns, you're going to wake up and go into recovery. Testament IK is not the fastest, but Naj had the presence of mind to RC the Badlands, so he had enough time to RC activating kill. And that it's amazing that hits a super heavy like Abba, but it whiffs on Kai. And now he has so much control with the double big tree. A perfect round from Naj, literally and figuratively. Alright, we can go into spectator mode.
Okay. Oh. Labeled? Please.
Just hold A when you get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. We actually saw a lot of matchup dynamics just in those 3 rounds. Like, oh, here. We get a whiff punish jump dust. With the tree already set up. Naj is so good at like, get space, just so that he can set his trap, so that then when he goes in and like negotiates with you, he has a really good conversion on deck.
Yeah,
oh,
he's really good at the setups that go to the teleport combos. A really different style from Saphri. Look how wild he plays. He definitely tries to overload your stack by just doing things.
Like this. Honestly, it's amazing that she didn't die through the armor without like little life she has. She's gonna bleed herself down to 1. Like that armor move is not gonna be on the table. Okay, yeah.
Alright, it's easy with my
Oh, there we go.
Trying to take my headset off, but
nice! FRC IAD picks up off the ground slide. The rare normal mode Abba full combo kill. Oh, anti-air 2H.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of the really key marks of a good ABBA player is how well they play in normal mode, because you do have to play normal mode. And most normal ABBA is really good.
Naj makes good use of this thing that, well, I mean, basically, you have a tree on you, and then you counter stance while they're jumping in, and it's like, well, if they jump in and attack, you counter stance, you probably kill them. If they jump in and don't attack, you whiff the counter stance, and then they have to block the tree, and it's still your turn. Oh, nice. See, that's an example of why you have to learn how to disrespect Testament setups, because like you just eat a reverse beast into max range 6B while there's a big tree, and that's it. That's the whole round. So you've got to be trying to gauge their beast timing, trying to backdash, using reversals that even if they don't hit Testament, at least don't back you into him for the 50-50. Oh!
One of the things I would say about Naj's play is he's really good at forcing you to play his game.
Yes.
Really setting the pace of the match and forcing you to deal with his stuff.
Yeah, pace setting is basically Naj's specialty, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yo! Why does she have Ito air dashes? Actually, why does Ino have that? Wait, why does this game? Like, I take back what I said about plus. And that's 1-1.
1-1? I actually had a 0-0. I forgot that.
Oh, man. Yeah, now it's backing up. There's that counter stance up the tree. Oh, you can't burst that. Panic burst. She has transformed. Oh, didn't have time to release the second beast.
Oh, fake.
That would have actually been like arguably in his favor with the second beast, but oh, I think he tried to jump in.
Force break, I think.
Yeah, he didn't confirm it was a force break. That's what I was gonna say. Yo, 2H out of the corner. If it works, it works. Gatling into 6B because you didn't have D. But I mean, how do you know whether you have to IB disrespect or FT to negate the mix-up. You know, you gotta read his string. Oh, just barely didn't get the meaty. That's another thing. If you have the knowledge, a lot of ABBAs, when you do OTG key grab, it's an OTG, so you don't get a full knockdown after. You barely have time to meet him like FRS. He missed it, innate the frame 2 counter stance for Notch, all of which is apparently irrelevant because he won the round anyway. Yes, Notch, air footsies. Abba's, you intimidated Abba into spending blood bag, and then you tricked her into attacking you so you could barre. One thing is, like, if you... it's hard to cover all her options, but almost every time she does her 2-hit armor key grab, or key slash, the Danzai, or Judgment as it's called, Testament can counter stance the second hit and just totally mess Abba up. She goes barely anywhere on air throw. There's a big tree behind you.
Round with that course break.
Are you ever going to go into that side of the... Oh, backdash is the reset. Beautiful confirmed air throw. Makes a big tree again. Jump backwards. With punish.
Okay. All right, Nudge.
Oh, okay. Look, if Testament does super jump backwards punch, it was supposed to be Badlands, all right?
Thank you for the redemption. I was actually in a terrible posture.
I mean, I'm at the edge of my seat and I'm sitting in bed. 3H, cancel pressure. Another thing Naj is just great at is all the little ways you can invite disrespect by sneaking specials in clever little spots.
He's ready.
People see you get away with these things. Yes! There's a big gap there. Oh, whatever. This isn't gonna kill. Oh, didn't bait first.
Oh, nice DP again.
Bad.
Ball's really making these DPs work super well.
Kinda bad. That's a lot of damage.
Oh, wow!
Just gave away a free reset. Still has a blood pack. So you can still... Oh, nice! That was actually even smarter than counter stance, because if he let the second hit connect, he would have canceled into super, but he made the second hit whiff by Grave Digger. That was so smart. He totally deserved to win the round, as opposed to what actually happened. I mean, you just got one knockdown. What do you want? You got a knockdown 3 times.
Okay.
Well, 2-1.
2-1. Did I say 3-1?
You said 2-1. I'm just repeating what you said. I was affirming. I love talking about all the cool ways Notch plays, but like, shoutouts to Mole. Like, Mole's doing really well.
Yeah, this match.
He's just like.
I just having to play
so
this.
much.
Like,
he gets so
everywhere.
much fundamentally right about Abba. Oh, that was beautiful. Jump, instant block, air throw. Of course, Testament, for the reason being that they need it, gets a doll off air throw and can spend a doll to make an empowered trap. So anytime you get air thrown by Testament, suddenly you just completely funded neutral because he has a big tree somewhere.
No!
Danzai whiffs through Gold Burst and then just throws. Nice cross up hit in the corner. Knockdown into setup. Yeah. Oh, didn't respect the EX.
Nice key grab.
Still, that's the first flood.
Oh my god, that almost
really worked. That was so smart, but it didn't work. Oh, and then it gets chipped out, I think. I think that was a chip.
Yo, Naj is like transcended. His brain is Galaxy.
Some people plan out their moves far in advance, you know. I think Naj just like his pupils go wide. He just perceives the game state and reacts like totally organically and authentically to what is happening. I say as he goes backdash tree TK Badlands for like the 4th time, but it's a good idea every time. It's a hop kick. Most characters don't get an amazing punish. Abba kills you, but most characters don't get an amazing punish. And sometimes you have to play high variance against that. That might not be true, actually, what I just said.
Nice.
But anyway.
First throw.
Yeah. So we like to meme about, you know, or not even meme. Legitimately, it's almost always better to block the throw, block the burst and do a real combo punish. But Testament, I mean, he gets a doll for air throwing. That's not bad at all.
Nice jump heavy to go through the web.
Oh no, didn't get a chance to cancel into counter stance. This is going to be a knockdown into transform. Slightly out of the corner. What's the mix-up?
Double cross-up, but he was just kind of sliding around.
Yeah,
They
it
were
looked like he tried to throw S with close S, and he just got basically frame trapped by the late air dash heavy.
He went for more. It's crazy
Which
because
is
a lot of
one of the scariest air moves in the game.
This is the classic zoner versus rushdown matchup where it looks like the zoner's winning all the time. And you look at the score
Yeah.
on the rushdown.
It feels even because they're spending the same amount of time winning on screen, like in the state of winning the game. But Mole has 3 times as many wins because she kills in a third of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, nice air throw on the tech. Once again, getting that doll. Mix-ups are super scary. No! That was supposed to be a 2-hit to go back into the doll. That doll's a bit wasted, but on the other hand, like, half of Abba's life is gone. Trades with... Oh, yeah, EX slide.
Very smart to EX slide away from the big tree there. Nice TP.
It looks a bit silly, that neutral super jump, but, like, consider Notch behavior.
The tree's
right?
still there!
I can't believe the tree came back. Like,
The tree's still there!
oh, yeah. Dude, tree... I'm not
like
even
5
phased
seconds
at
or
all.
something that'll last.
I know that tree's got you. You know. Only a non-testament player would not believe the tree would have you there.
Kikaku Dori! Tree bro?
Look, nothing in this world you can trust, alright? Not man, not beast. But this, chunk of wood, this you can trust.
Oh my god, this Notch combo.
Ah, it's so hard to one-hit Abba.
Oh no, he went for the counter stance, he's gonna die for it!
Yeah, so it's gonna... There's that moment where Mole just like super jumps straight up and it looked kind of weird, but like consider typical Notch wake-up behavior. You know, what's he gonna do? Block? Have you ever seen that in your life? No, he's going to super, he's going to run forward throw, he's going to TK Badlands or Gravedigger. And actually that like really high super jump on Maraha Abba
I think
kind
he
of
tried to throw
avoids all of
that
that.
first, but he was...
Oh, it's still there.
Oh my god!
I think Mole knew that was there and was trying to do dash TP.
So, if you ever talk with Notch, you know he has a blast playing this game. And I think that shows in his play. You know, he's just doing whatever the most fun thing is.
You've got to admire him for that, you know.
I do. I really do.
The ability to go into +R and extract fun from it, it's honestly pretty rare, you know? I love this game, and I want it to be huge, and I want everyone to play it, but realistically, it's not for everyone. It's for people who find the fun in it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a blast playing this game.
I don't mean to gatekeep like that, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like being a Doors fan.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do hear a lot of people are like, oh, this game's so bullshit, there's so much stuff.
Oh, it's a party game. It's like, you play Cliff.
I do play Cliff.
The party is happening in your mind and heart.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
No, he has no
Tragedy.
meter! How's he gonna Gravedigger now?
There's this tweet doing numbers that was Skeleton Minion versus Naj. And a situation much like that, except he had the timing right with the IK width by like a pixel.
That happened to me yesterday. I got dizzied by Eddie, and he was like standing on top of me and his IK whiffed. I was like, what?
Because his IK is 2-8, so it whiffs on crouching dizzy, because Eddie's not allowed to have good things. Saul also cannot IK dizzy. I legit, like, that was a, like, exert slow-mo who's gonna die moment. I legit had no idea what was gonna happen.
Oh, nice burst.
Okay,
stuff
then.
is happening.
This is where we're at. Wake up 5P, it's basically invincible, but it whiffs. Okay, spend the meter, dash, command throw. I think this is Abba's favorite now, but Naj. Oh my god, that was beautiful! A beautiful mash from Naj and an immediate turnaround with a slashback. How did that not armor? What? What is happening?
What?
Why didn't that kill?
I can't.
What is actually happening?
I can't keep up with Naj. He plays too fast.
That didn't. No. That round, just we're
3-3
taking that
or
out of the
2-3?
pod. It's because one of them was still on the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 3-3.
It only updates your lobby result once you go back to rematch.
You have to get used to his playstyle. I've played Nodge a decent bit, and I'm not used to his playstyle. He's tiring to play again.
We literally saw Abba do Danzai. Her key was on the way up in the first hit, and it just lost to Badlands. Like, is the game bugged? Like, nice conversion. Conveniently burst proof. Good tech. Did not fall into the tree scramble. Honestly, you know, it's just a scramble. There's no other word for what's going on. There's a tree there. That's gonna be amazing. No, okay. Yeah, there's a big. Just make a big tree. This will be a good combo. No. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Tree homie. Tree homie is there for you.
You know, I actually like TK Web, like you tried to do. It's kind of amazing what it does to your momentum and their ability to track what the hell you're thinking. Nice pressure. Oh, calls out the 2H. Huge conversion. Dash 6H. Hit the orb combo. You started this combo with guard bar, which means you're going to end the combo without life.
That did more damage than I thought it would.
That's the basic Abba move.
Yeah. Nice jump heavy.
Yeah. Abba's air moves both in normal mode and Goku mode are amazing. And I should be doing a lot of just like good fundamental Guilty Gear things to counter them, like jump into block air throw or whatever, but every so often she gets in there, gets her amazing payoff. Saw that situation again, gold burst into counter stance. Naj just not gonna go quietly into the night. No, nice, but he is gonna run into an EX because he was expecting a normal. You gotta confirm the block. This is why. Now I don't mean to besmirch Notch. He's a better player than me, and also like, I just literally have no grounds, like no shared ethical and moral grounding with which to even say anything about his decisions. They're just orthogonal to my experience as a living being. But if you're losing to like Cliff or Abba or like Saul on Oki with Testament or even Slayer, confirm the block and then do your whack stuff. But make sure they actually block first. This way, Saphri with just 100 to 0 digital watches in the corner because she does Oki that covers multiple options. It confirms that the option is covered first.
Not kill.
No, there was like
nice
tons of scaling on that.
That's 3 frames. Easy to punish that move.
So good. Yeah. Abba 5P is like, it's like a Marvel normal. Nice. A lot of people will be flustered by their jump and whipping, but Mo was just like, no, I got this. Let the 3H come back, 2P full combo.
Oh my god.
Oh, missed the fuzzy guard. Okay, just take the knock. Oh no, never mind, you're right. No, you're better than me. Yes! Confirmed the situation. Big tree. Afterlife. She has burst. You want to bait it. This is a knockdown. Gets the super. Cannot OTG burst this. That's actually a thing. A lot of Abbas really don't want to get burst baited and killed, right? So they like to save their burst for an OTG burst, especially to deny that they're knocked down. But Testament ends in super. You can't burst that. Get knocked down by super. He gets all the setups in the world. Not much you can do about it.
Oh, nice taking Badlands there.
Yeah. Yo, he knew the tree would not agree with that and converted it into a web conversion anyway. Hey, all he wants, there it is! And yo, did not repeat previous mistakes, knew that he would not be able to get an IK in time. Just went for an amazing combo, big chunk of life for the key knockdown. What more could you ask for?
Oh my god! Gonna bait the burst?
Whoa, you wasted that tree? Whatever, I'll just throw and get another one. Yeah, burst you into that.
5P
okay.
punish again.
Good punish.
Not gonna
Reset.
get gimmicks by Gravedigger.
Oh, this is too much damage.
I'm still sitting on 2 trees versus 1 life. He knew.
Got crossed up. Got the RC on the guard crush. The guard crush.
What's the score? 3-4? 4-4?
I think it's 4-4. Chat.
Chat, is it 3-4 or 4-4? 4-4? Okay.
Yeah.
Heaven or hell, duel 1.
Did you just reply to Joe Biden? Oh, okay, okay. It's just type. Never mind. Carry on. Alright. Oh! The record. This combo's fun because there's a massive manual delay on the third back to set up the ground slide loop. That's an answer.
Where's the tree? Oh, it was a regular tree.
Yeah.
For Z, unfortunately. Well, not got much gauge left, but not hasn't got much life left.
It's all about resource management. Abba has 4 resources, right? She's got her blood, she's got her meter, she's got her own life, and she has Testamen's life. Doesn't look like a real combo. Like, air dash, height, jump heavy. All the 2 hits, the second hit landed before the second hit of the armor move. Only the first hit has armor. Cross up, this will trade into a knockdown.
Oh, no cross up there because the web didn't quite connect in time.
That was tragic. He went for 6B 5H. But this time, she actually did a funny blocking technique to change the spacing.
Paul's doing a really good job of... sorry, I spaced out.
Just to check.
Supering out of block strings.
Just to check, Abba can't jump cancel 2K, right?
No, I think it just recovers really fast.
So Mole is doing 2K 2S, 1-hit jump install. Super jump, SPS, jump, SPSH. Just to time out that super so that he would not end up landing in the Testament chunk.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
That was a really on point confirm. You can't just look at what people do and what happens. You have to consider like, wait, if they did what a normal person would have done, like how bad they got screwed. Nice.
Whiff.
That's fine.
Okay, we'll still got the damage. Double orbs do so much damage. He still needs a. I was gonna say he needs a hit, but he doesn't.
It's like you're giving him a chance. It's like, hey, are you wiggling out? No? Okay, you're dead.
I would have wiggled out of that. Backseat.
I know. That's because you play SD. Oh! The Gravedigger whiffed because she was still recovering with the forward lunge of the second hit. There's so many weird hitboxes on Abba. I mean, to be honest, Testament also. Oh, frame trap, first frame startup of Gravedigger, he was still on the ground. What's the mix-up? Air reset, apparently. Yeah, doesn't check.
Nice throw.
Very smart. Blocks, throws, the knockdown. Yes, super knockdown. 3 big trees.
Oh, nice DP from Ball.
No life. Just 3 big trees, 0 life.
Ball's EXDPs and his supers have just been completely on point in this set.
6-4.
4.
And I have to be honest, I thought it would be 6-4 the other way by this point in the set. No smack on Mole, I just think Testament is very privileged against Abba.
Nice flashback. Yeah, Mole's fundamentals are really strong.
Yo! That was an insane conversion. Or just an insane wish punish.
Actually, for a sec there, I thought Mole had air thrown that first.
Yo. Beautiful one-hit setup. Gets the triple trees. Dash forward, 2P overhead. You can see Mole try to fuzzy guard into a faultless, and that like 2P 6P Gatling. Oh, he's going for the nerd. It works. It works. More poison. What are you trying to air throw?
Notch popped off.
Like why? Just
you want
just brain part where you're just like, holy shit, I didn't drop it. What happens next? Like what? I mean, playing with your food.
He's having fun.
Whatever. There's no such thing as bad. Like, there's no such thing as BM in this game. There's only like player expression.
I think there's such thing as PM.
Yo!
What we saw from
was
Joe
so
Biden
cool.
earlier, where he was doing like EX Gamma into repeated respects.
That was casual.
That
was
I know.
casual. He didn't do it during the first attack. So I guess it is theoretically possible to BM.
That's what I'm saying.
But if you're BMing someone in this game, you're wasting your time. You should just be having fun.
True. I agree.
Oh my god, Abba Hurtbox made that jump kick whip.
Oh my god,
now
the
all
slide
of this
on
is
the
happening.
burst.
Oh, but she had to transform.
Oh, the good read again on the
Trey, 'cause
super.
the hit stop extended the invincibility of the super. If the teleport had been later, it would still be hit. But oh, that's yeah. Really forward-moving moves like Axel Sid Shakes or Avareka or like Mappa from Slayer,
Yeah, Tarkus.
Rocket from Order Soul.
So about BM, I don't like BM. I don't BM. I know some people find it fun. That's up to them. But the only thing about BM is people are gonna get ticked off at you. You gotta get ready for that. If you don't mind
Galaxy
people
Brain
getting
of Barre TKS.
if you don't mind people getting ticked off at you, do whatever you want. Sorry. What, 7-4?
Yeah, 7-4. So talk about disrespecting Testament setups. You're like, hey, this isn't meaty. It's not meaty so that you can have time to confirm an armor or a backdash. Therefore, I can TK super and chip you out. Like, what an amazing judgment call.
Yeah, that was sick.
Oh, the autocorrect. Because the beast hit, if some attack would trigger proximity guard, then armor moves will turn around and autocorrect.
Oh no, looks like you missed the meeting just slightly. Nice flashback.
There's a treat, but he knows the treat. Oh, the re-jump, yo! This is like order solve movement. Deep jump heavy, instant jump heavy. Oh, well, that's so painful. It was supposed to be meaty, but the counter stance was frame 2. Now I know Mole's played this matchup a bunch. I'm sure everyone has. Testament's a very popular character, I think, but he does have a bit of a weird wake timing in some people's opinion, I think.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, he wanted to OTGS beast, but now you unlock ultimate Testament pressure where they have to FD the beast. You can just do beast. Go. Can I shout out Mole doing the patented rapid fire /back input technique? You know, pioneered by certain players.
Oh, gets him in the corner for it though.
Oh, that cross up.
Nice. Good key grab.
Yeah.
It's the super. Unfortunately, that's the super that you don't get much off for baiting.
It's the super you do when you know they're going to bait your super. And now you might ask, why wouldn't you just do anything else? Well, what am I going to spend my money?
What are you going to do? Block?
But we're trying to be serious professional commentators here. Confirm the block. Okay, whatever. To be fair, it did look like she was just going to die for the first HPs.
Yeah.
5-7.
The best versus the worst hurtbox in the game.
Yeah, in terms of combos. Whatever you're trying to do that works on midweights works on Testament. And whatever you're trying to do, it does not work on Abba.
Oh, Noah JD and Private Charkis, thank you so much to both of you for subscriptions. I really appreciate that.
Oh! Yeah. The air dash, jump dust, the +R special. Oh, that combo. Looked like it was almost going to work for Naj, but tech counter hit jumped heavy, turned the whole round around.
Winter, thank you for your subscription as well. Thank you so much.
And with the poison, that's definitely breathtaking. You just extend the combo while the poison bleeds Abbott down to 1 life, and like jab a bunch.
Oh, Master, thank you so much for the subscription. Wow, thank you so much, everyone.
I think even Naj didn't know what side he was going to land on there. Nice conversion. Oh no! That's okay. You have so much advantage, and at this point you're just trying to convince her that she has to spend a blood pack if she wants to win the round. Which is wrong, because she can glide into throw. Whiff! Oh my god. That was wake up counter stance while her attack whiffs. And then she armors the Abare Gravedigger out of whiff stance. Double orb combo.
So much damage, wow. Gets the double key grab? No? One. Nudge!
Oh, delayed
Nudge,
super!
boldly
There's a
doing
delayed super! It's
oh my
there.
god! Gets the slash!
Oh my god! Oh my god, no! The frenzy!
What is this?
The
Nudge actually blocking!
punish on that! Is it even punishable? But not. Mole cuts through the jungle.
And a moment so
riding
intense
a machete down to the ground.
that Nudge was forced to block.
I can't breathe. Oh no, Gold burst into this. All this damage is going to be poisoned because it's off a burst hit.
Oh wow, what a key grab.
Oh, the delayed 5 heavy calls out the wake up counter stance. Sends Naj in the corner. Oh, but
Nudge's been really good about calling out that DP into super. Oh, really wants to force the super off Rekka's and DP, and Nudge just not letting him do it. Got the burst.
oh, that was like as late as possible, but also as early as possible that he could burst. What I'm trying to say is that was like the only place the burst would have worked.
Yeah, that was a thread in the needle burst. Go on a second. 8-5. Really smart EX slide from
Small.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've been commentating for a while. My brain is melting a little bit. Murmur Vamp, thank you so much for following.
Were we supposed to like water break at some point?
Yeah, you. I like to water break between matches, but we've been kind of just going straight through them. I want a, 2-minute break after this.
Probably because the previous 2 sets just both went into a bonus game after their set ended.
Yeah.
I mean, but that happens so often, because like, why would you ever stop playing +R if you didn't have to?
Nice.
That's some nice classic anti-ABBA play.
Just RCs, keeps it simple.
A nice, refreshing, clean, white bread round of Guilty Gear where someone knocks ABBA down and kills you. Basically, Naj telling us, he knows the rules and he's breaking them on purpose. He knows the rules, and so do I.
No. Oh wow.
Oh, it's a hit.
It's
She's
so
working
good
on perfect.
at jumping in with that jump heavy at the exact time that'll break all the traps.
Honestly, this is anyone's game at this point. Oh, the 2K whiffs in front. There's that spacing I was talking about, the pizza counter stance.
Oh, he was ready
to target
for
the
that time.
Tipbox, but did not have enough life left, especially with the self-bleed effect of Muraha mode, to be able to contest Testament's ridiculous tap screen covering whips that are quote-unquote unsafe.
What is this ASCII Testament? I can't even see what it's supposed to be.
Sem respeto, now Garda. Maybe it makes sense on like.
Yeah, I had to widen my chat box. It is Testament doing the the counter stand.
I have to shrink my. Oh yeah, it is okay.
S Clown. Go through Warrant. Yeah, I see it. Oh wow.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing actually.
Yeah, Mole is just ready.
Mole just consistently impresses me. Like.
ABBA players are so good at threading the needle. Like they're basically grappling players.
I mean, the incentives are there, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she's basically a different flavor of grappler if you think about it. She's gotta do all the hard work at neutral and then get in. Hey, Dude24, thank you so much for subscribing.
I like the round start transform.
Give me another IK? No. Bull gets out. Gets his gauge back. Double key grab. Needs a little more meter before he can transform to Goku.
The meaty forest.
There it is. Big damage. Doesn't have meter for double orb. Oh, he does actually. And that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that double key grab off Rekka is just so strong. Oh my
I'm
god.
often the guy just being like, don't waste your time being like, plus R should be this or plus R should be that. It's an eternal game, it will never change. But shouldn't her super have like Forspiration or something?
Someone just donated 5 subs. Thank you so much.
Whoa, thanks a lot.
That's very generous of you. Thank you very much.
I just donated a purse to the Rekka FRC.
Someone else subscribed to it, I think.
Real knockdown. Cross up, push knocks back and forth. Yes. We're seeing more hard call out, not just defensive options. Which I hesitate even call defensive options because they're extremely offensive. I would say Naj does not respect the distinction between defense and offense. That is what I would say. I would say that any kind of borderline between the two is a fake idea when he is at the helm.
I lost track of the score. Is it 8-7?
9-6.
9-6?
Yeah. 9-6. Mo wins this game. That's the set.
Oh no! He went for the cross up
the tree was still there. The hard RC, just get the knockdown. This is actually kind of nerve-wracking.
No.
Yeah, he was trying to set up the one hit, it didn't work out, and now everything's going wrong. It's doing so much damage.
Double orbs here.
It's still doing damage, it's unblockable.
Oh no! He's dead.
I say
he's not.
unblockable, but he... No, but, I mean, Mole, if he does anything, he'll kill Mole, because Mole bled all his life away. Like, that was legit a do-or-die situation for both players.
Nice anti-air
That really could have gone either way. I like the air skull to cover, you know, air dash from Raha.
Mole's not got a lot of gauge to work with.
Third hits an overhead. Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Now he's got a lot of gauge to work with. Goes for the air throw.
Really heavily hitting the burst. There's the burst.
Not a web there anymore.
Taking the knockdowns.
He's saying a one hit here. Oh, didn't get it.
It's so hard to one hit Abba, but especially when like you need it to be a one hit, you tense up and you're trying to eyeball it.
Yeah, yeah, he really needed that. I mean, that would have been the game.
That's huge.
Wow, so smart. Look at that conversion.
Oh, that's so much damage because he went like half the combo before using a web. No,
no.
Okay.
Oh, but she has to key grab to get back out. That jump heavy is really hard to anti-air. Nice grave digger out. Oh, breaks the armor
second
with
hit
Badlands. Baits the burst. Hop kicks it. Maybe dies.
He has burst. He just got burst and uses it. Very smart. Very exciting. We've seen that the counter stance is invincible and beat the super, and he gets the combo.
Yo!
Stays alive. 7-9.
9-7. Yo, if there's anyone who's not going to go down without a fight, it's Naj. Naj will never stop fighting.
Down without a fight.
He will never stop fighting.
He cannot be controlled, and he cannot be contained.
One of the really strong parts about Naj's game plan is he refuses. Like, I really mean it when I say he forces you to play his game. He, like, just refuses to be conditioned. He'll just do whatever he wants to do, and if it doesn't work, that's on him. He's just like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, it's like, are you conditioning me or am I conditioning you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we've seen so many times. Mole, oh! It's like, okay.
Still a tree there. There it is.
There's still a tree there, but armor's the tree.
Oh, I didn't even see the armor. Gets the key grab back. Oh my god!
Oh no. That was just a pure scramble. It's looking pretty bad for Mole. He's not gonna get burst before he dies to poison. I mean, you don't die to poison, but you get set to 1 and then the next it kills you.
Okay,
dash forward / back from Notch.
Yo, what do we say about Notch not being conditioned? He's just doing whatever he wants. You know?
Oh! Frame trap into big tree. Forces a burst and a blood pack. This is pretty much a classic. Oh, you wiggled out, but you didn't block.
Oh no, the DXDP again! Went for an air throw. Goes for counter stance, but gets hit.
You can instant block at head height for jump heavy, and she's still plus.
Gonna break the combo, maybe?
Oh my god,
Paul!
I don't know why I didn't confirm the season here. It's not a one-hit jump install, it's a two-hit jump install. But anyway. It's still a very cool combo.
Yo, Mole, I don't think I've ever seen that stupid air super do so much work. That super sucks, okay?
No!
I need the audience to understand just how bad that super is. It sucks.
Does it suck if it has any niche use whatsoever? Does it really? Like, no matter how bad it is, or all the bad things you can say on it on paper, if you do it to Naj, does that make it good? The answer for those at home is no, by the way. Oh, the web is still there. There's a tree. Mole knows. Mole knows where the trees are. Beautiful conversion.
Dodge bet at all.
And that's it. That's 10 games for Mole. 10-7. Amazing performance.
Wow. Wow.
Good stuff from Notch. Good stuff from both players.
All right, 10-7 for Mole. Good stuff. All right, I gotta reward out our points. Mole won that. I'm always worried I'm gonna click the wrong one. Yes. Okay. Good.
Thanks for the gift sub, Noah.
Hey, thank you so much, Noah. Okay, so we have Jason. Okay, don't start. I need a minute.
Jason versus AkitoBass.
Give me like a minute to let my brain recalibrate. You know, I didn't have lunch either. I'm so tired now. It's too much excitement. All the sugar's pouring out of my brain. So I wanted to show off. I just want to give a shout out to Montreal Ultimate Montreal Air Dashes. It's a tournament in Montreal. Both Sage, my co-commentator, and I, we've gone to UMAD every time. It's always been a great tournament. If you're an American player, or honestly even an international player, I really invite you to come. This year, and most years actually, we've had +R as a main game. So I really invite you to come. Montreal crew is super good. They're always really excited and inviting, and they're just
the chillest, biggest, hardest people in the FGC, straight up.
Absolutely. So if you are looking for a tournament to go to with +R as a main game, absolutely go to UMAD. Also, the Montreal guys, I mean, maybe you're not into this, maybe you are, but the Montreal guys, they love to party. So if you want to party, they will party with you.
And it's not just +R. They've got Ultra Fight Canto 2. They've got ABK-AA on an arcade machine setup. They've got karaoke. And they've got a bunch of other modern fighting games that came out after 2012 if you're into that kind of thing. It's a great time. But right now, I think... Have you been drinking water? Have you been hydrating?
Oh, give me like 30 seconds, okay?
Okay. I'll fill air for 30 seconds. Our next matchup is going to be great. We've got AkitoBass, one of the virtuoso Robokai players, which almost every Robokai player is, because that's why you play him, versus the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Riot, putting Soul on the map in North America, and then globally. We're going to have Robotic Kyle versus Saul Bad Guy. This is a very cool matchup. Neither player really like smothers or erases the other player's options. It's going to be a lot of mind games, a lot of meter management.
All right.
And you guys are ready to start. I don't know if you listen to the stream, but I will hit chat.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my chat button? Okay, whatever. They're just going to start.
All right, good. Stretch? Yeah. I'll stretch out my back a little bit.
Let's do this. All right.
Oh, shoot! I have to do the predictions. Start prediction.
Oh, they got a bit of a ping spike. They're gonna quit and rejoin and see if that fixes it.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's F.
All right.
Thank you so much for following.
They are in character select. We are in observation mode.
I have to do scoreboard. Shoot! I forgot. There's like
All
something
right.
I'm forgetting.
Trade fires with Gunflame. Dash forward and 2S under the air dash. And positionally, Jason Riot has ended up in the corner, but seizes his opportunity as Akito pauses, dashes out. Does some nice adjustments on Wild Throw with the super heavy weight of Robokai. More pressure, jab pressure into Wild Throw. I mean, that's just 50-50 basically.
DP there is kind of weird. I think he
Low.
may have actually made excellent.
Ooh, now that Robo has 100% meter, he has some spicy options. All his specials get better. He's got TK overheads for days. His air DP is an overhead for some reason. His ground DP, if it hits you on the first hit, will go into a super. If it doesn't go into a super, you can RC it and be safe. But a counter hit sweep into Gunflame will give Jason the clean combo he needs to end that round. It's looking a bit dangerous. He got all the way up to flashy red light and he was almost stunned. Partially because he traded with a jump missile. The main things with Robokai are his meter gimmick, where he can kind of snowball around if he gets like too much meter too quick. And his ability to just stun you. Like, he has some of the best stunning in the game.
Yeah,
which is saying a lot in a game like May and Cliff and
Akito's been doing a great job of building his meter really quickly, actually, and maintaining that meter.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of meter. Sidewinder built a ton of meter,
Oh!
actually.
Oh my god, if he got the length on the
baited.
crouching hit on that, it would be an amazing reset.
Alright, Jason takes game one.
As usual, I really like how Jason implements simple but effective pressure. Oh, the counter hit jump S.
Doesn't have much meter to make it do that much more, though. Alright, he's got his meter now. Make some stuff happen. Nice block on that FT on that 5K.
Mm-hmm. Although, it always hurts to have to FT anything to Robokai. You really want to instant block as much as you can. Which is actually a bit of a disadvantage here, I guess, because often the best answer to Sol pressure is to, like, just aggressively instant block so he goes away, but... Oh! Flashback on the air dash FD,
Yeah.
Flashback on the FD move left a neutral situation, but Sol has a 3-frame 5K. And another big counter hit sweep conversion.
Got a lot of
ton of damage. Robokai has a lot of health.
Nice
The backdash expected, I think, a hard bait, or at least a respectful safe jump, because Robokai level 3 super, or level 3 DP is one of the fastest reversals in the game.
Yes, 3 frames?
I believe so. It's either 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I think it's 3. But
Let's read on it with the Grand Viper for 6 speed.
once he had spent his meter, Jason was able to safely kind of disrespect jab slash heavy Fafnir. That combo into Fafnir really
A lot of stun on that.
empowers
He has
Sol's
no meter
long
to get
range
the extra stun here. If he had even a little bit of meter, he probably could have got a dizzy.
Oh, but next hit. Oh, didn't hard bait first.
Nice
Oh,
steam
runs
to
into
make
the
sure
active puff.
To make sure he gets stay on the mat.
Nicely done. Kept his cool by venting the extra heat that his moves generate. You can see he has 2 meters, one of which is a heat gauge and the other is an electricity gauge.
Oh no. A vicious combo.
Robokai Faras is like low-key one of the better pokes in the game. It's like an extended Makoto stand medium. Oh!
Nice jump heavy there. Oh, really good DP. It did not quite work out though.
I think that only hit because of the extension.
Yeah. Oh my
Nice
God.
jump out of the command center, but Saul had so much momentum, he went behind him and the air move whiffed. That's tragic.
Nice IB throw.
You will see experienced players when they get a read on Saul, they'll do that like preemptive jump to hunt for the gunflame. So they can swing and counter hit him, but Robo normal jump is a bit low. He realized he had to double jump to get over the gunflame, and then it was too late to get a counter hit punish. Round start, 5K is surprisingly good. That jab is actually like a medium move. Oh, that was supposed to be TK Fireball, but that's okay. Oh, he gets swept out of the low-level DP, I think, is what happened there. Of course, the drawback of Robokai having all these cool metered options is that when he has no meter, all his specials are kind of bad.
Yeah, but Akito has been doing a really good job making his normals work when he needs them to work.
And now
he's got a lot of
Jason is the one spending FD to try to make the bad robot man go away. Avengers. Oh, nice pressure. Oh,
but
great conversion into clean hit. Takes a simple knockdown. It's a surprising chunk of damage, and there is super DP. Fast
finally
is
pulling it out
versatile.
with pulling the DP out. He's kind of been sitting on it. Oh, tried to do something at the end and got counter hit. That's actually really bad because it's just one clean hit with no guard bar shredding from the ground by foot.
The classic 2K that's insanely minus but has good gatlings, and then you just could throw after. Oh, there it is. The jump over gunflame into whip punish counter hit S.
Akito isn't afraid of doing all these FDs. He knows that's what he needs to be doing, even though it kind of sucks for Lofo to have the FD.
Oh! Oh, his jabs are so chunky. Oh, the level 2 partial seeking fireball does it. Oh no! Jumped in and tested Jason. Even when it looks like Jason is like, has finally calmed down or whatever. He's just waiting for you to jump. Nice job. Okay. Was ready for the scramble that time. I don't know if he has to do jump heavy to make that consistent. There we go.
It is on the board.
It's the other signature Robokai move. Once he runs for long enough, any normal attack button can turn into invincible tackle. Which if it hits, he T-poses on you and builds meter. So Robokai invented T-posing as a taunt before it was cool. Guilty Gear basically invented cool before it was cool.
Guilty Gear is a very cool game.
Nice. Challenging Akito, running in, taking that mat away from him.
Thank you for the posture check. I fixed my posture again. I have terrible posture.
Jason hitting these fat counter hit sweep combos. It's a 7-frame low profile itself. Oh no, he got late hit by the last hit of the missile, so he was still throw guard. Still had throw protection.
Oh my god,
that's
amazing reaction. I guess. Really? I thought he was being like Goldberg. His moves are incredibly plus when he's on fire. And then he explodes and dies. But he had plus moves till then.
Yes. The thing about plus moves versus Saul is like, well, it's Saul. Like, enjoy your plus frame. You're still guessing every time you press the button. Like, you can be plus, cool.
In the FT that he's doing, got a lot of meter to work with, so he has options.
Full meter Robokai.
Nice!
Jump and throw. The repeated low.
Robo's tick throws are really good,
Oh.
and he has good frame traps.
That low air dash blew up a 2S, it looked like. Trying to play very fundamental. Nice blocks, catches a backdash with a horse. Run up 5 heavy Eversea, 5 heavy Eversea. Runs him again, might have been looking for throw, but yeah, Jason Abari. The clash! The confirm! 6B gets denied. Jason very confidently just gun flaming out. Oh! He got the meter that he could have done a force break sidewinder.
He keeps looking for the jump out. Jason is not coming.
He's building a lot of heat. Spending the heat
There
for
it
chip
is.
damage. Jason's FT and
finally
everything.
jumping.
Max and challenges the micro dash with a Bari RS.
This
Wow.
fire jumping when he needed to. 3-0? 3-1? 3-1.
Yeah.
Heaven or hell, duel, let's rock!
Nice air throw. Staple pressure, 2K2H, and then you confirm into a Grand Viper on hit, or Gunflame Eversea, just to take them to the corner. Trying to control the space in front of them with 2S, but Robokai can actually outspace that 2S with some of these longer pokes. Oh, the TK missile! That's a huge stun chunk. Gonna look to bait Saul into some kind of counter hit state.
He does controlling the pace really well this round.
Oh no! He gets as far as tagged by Bandit Brenner.
Commentating source, but I stand by what I said.
Oh, the cluster missiles. Oh, he runs up man throws, but Jason sees him coming. Reacts to the movement by Bari 2P.
Nice throw!
Throws
oh my
Jason out of his own throw attempt.
God. No FRC on the throw. It has an FRC, right? Like
Yes.
Kai's? Yeah.
Just like guys, yeah. But to get a really good combo, you want to do FRC, 5 heavy FRC.
Yeah. He had meter, but maybe didn't want to run to the worst without meter.
Yeah, he seems a bit conservative with how he dumps his very nice backdash throw. Reset into fireball. There's the run up command throw. Makes a bunch of meter.
Jason doing
The
some
command
really
throw
good
does.
FT here.
Oh, he's confirmed. The run up TKDP catches the jump forward.
Wow, a incredible throw by Jason there.
Nice FD creates a whiff on the 2D. Not challenging directly when he jumps, taking the really long air dash of Robo. Robo has kind of weird air movement. He's got a really chunky. Oh, Jason got a Bari on. Probably not what he meant to press. Robo has kind of chunky air movement when he normal jumps, but when he super jumps, he goes flying up. When he air dashes, he goes flying forward. Probably because he's like a robot with rocket boots. Oh no! Okay. Weird stuff happening. Horse goes straight over 2D. I love that. Fuzzy super jump. Air dash out of the corner. Delayed wake up to mess with his pressure. Oh, nice conversion from Jason. Simple knockdown. Oh yeah, doesn't want to take the knockdown. Burst the DP once you see it. Oh, 2K dash up commands were very smart. Cashes out on his super.
Roll the heat.
Oh, but now he has to vent, or it's gonna. Oh, horse actually vents some heat when you do it.
Managing his heat really well here. Stuck in the corner. Nice read. Doesn't kill, but
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh no, he's trying to zone with the exploding 2S, but Jason gets a full hit and
wow.
spends the EX to make sure it'll kill.
Yeah, it looked like he Akito was a little low there, so we needed to spend the EX.
Yeah. I think it was actually the forward momentum he didn't have, but yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you have to like dash jump dust on Robokai. I think. You can do good stuff to Robokai, but like you do have to account for his weight. For some reason, this combo, which works on like most mid-weights, also works on this really heavy Kai-shaped block of metal. Flashing guard bar from Robokai. Oh, just barely didn't get a counter hit air throw, but the late air dash. Oh, that would be huge damage if there was no burst.
Yeah, it could be really worthwhile to purge the Grand Viper in that situation, because then you can get the corner pressure on it. So sometimes you can get a combo on it. Putting the Grand Viper.
Oh, he slashed back one of the hits, but didn't do anything with it. Just made himself unable to block the dash up kick. Gonna take the knockdown. Oh no, gonna kick the heat. Even though a simple deep. Actually, I feel like if he got DP'd, he would like explode safe without it. That might be some Galaxy Brain stuff. Oh, but the deep dash 5K blows up Kita's butt.
Jason running in confidently. Kind of something he's known for.
Yeah. We saw their rated round start. Up back faultless to get out of the dash 5K. It's 2 hits. Lose all your meter because they don't start with any, really.
Nice.
There's the slash back to GP. Committed to it this time. Kind of has the same curse as Johnny. Slash back guard cancel. Sure, it works. There. Avoids the cluster missile that time. Hits an air reset instead of a knockdown. Respects the invincible tackle. Frame trap 5 heavy. Walking Saul into the corner. Flashing, it was flashing guard bar until he got tagged by a fireball. Oh, whiffs the jump heavy, or the 5 heavy. It's barely tagged by Saul. Oh, throws off the slash back time. Akito's like overlapping the last hit of the missile with different normals at different timings to make it harder to slash back.
Yeah, his pressure is really smart, but he's not quite being able to crack Jason open.
Was so used to Jason respecting the meaty, but then we had like 1 life left to be forced to FD if Jason DP'd. Jason, of course, DP'd. Deep run in from Jason. The string eventually finds a low. Oh, challenging more. You can also see why you might not challenge too much against Robokai, because your DP doesn't always connect the knockdown hit on him. Standing. Grounded hit.
Doesn't want to get knocked down.
Akito, all the meter, spends a bunch of it, runs into her DP. No knockdown.
Akito looking to bait another DP, but Jason's not going for it.
2S Matt, 2S. Frame trap with Kings. Nice conversion! Oh wow. I thought it was 4-2. So now, is it 5-2? We'll check. Oh, yeah. 5H from Robokai, one of the fastest buttons, but has some of the longest recovery of any normal in the game. Just why you FRC it. Jumps over Gunflame, doesn't reach with the normal, so just has to FD on the way down. That's nice that you can whiff Jump S on the way up and still block. Simple conversion into the corner. Another good backdash throw from Akito. Jab pressure. Jason waits for his chance. Far as dashing pressure. Not too much payoff, but oh, sets up the knockdown. Akito gets opened up by the late air dash. Baits the super, but the super you can kind of just immediately do the follow up. And dashing DP seals the deal. When you only need that 1 hit of DP, it's like, well, I mean, they do nothing. Maybe. Or they do anything and they die. Trying not to sneeze. Nice use of FD, yeah. For all our talk about like, oh, Robokai wants to use his meter carefully, Akito's are just making really good FD decisions.
Jason being a lot more active on defense in this round, and Akito's really going up for it.
Oh! Spent on the meter, couldn't FRC it. Much like Chip, that DP has an accuracy in its recovery. Even in level 1, though you have to mess with training mode options to ever input it. Oh, runs deep into the steam, hits it
Nice
before the steam
command
comes
throw.
out. This is going to be a super. Get a nice chunk of damage and heat. Oh, there's the burning fire. Oh, the TK super, TK missile, I mean. Controlling so much space. Oh, but eats a deep 5k again.
Gonna be a lot of damage. Oh, he dropped the clean. No, he didn't. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he
Oh,
dropped
it gets
he
TP!
he did dash jump dust, but too late, so Kai fell under him.
Alright, 5-2.
Oh, so I was right, it was 4-2.
Mighty Bjorn and Nikdos, thank you so much for following.
Heaven or hell. Duel. Let's rock.
And
Nice.
first, gets Jason in the corner with it. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
gets,
waited.
Extra PP.
Waited until he was committing to the clean hit route to confirm first.
PP can actually be an okay tech trap because it's unblockable and it hits really high. Head beat tech button.
Yeah. 2HS. That works too. That's better actually.
I like that little bit of
No, mid screen. Anyway,
little bit
perfect
of a
round from Jason.
shimmy.
The classic ID back. Just stand alone in the middle of the stage, having conquered it. The simplest of Gatlings from Robokai feels so satisfying. Like jab close S6B. It's because he's like manipulating you at arm's length with his robotic hands.
Nice confirm. You got the heat against.
Oh, the heat frame trap. He was only pretending to whiff the super. Oh no! Jump moves. Some of his jump moves increases heat. Although it's also you queue up the heat and it fills over time. Sometimes you've just done enough heat. A rare, probably incorrect Grand Viper RC from Jason when he needed that clean confirm to turn the momentum around. Akito sitting on his mats, collecting meter. Both players like to move very horizontally at each other. Nice block on the 5D.
Yeah, this is actually pretty fast. Hard to block.
If you have some kind of commentator bingo card, nice block from the dust, you can fill that out now. It legitimately was a nice dust. It legitimately was a nice block. What do you want me to say? Oh, he crossed up the slashback attempt.
Oh, good tech.
Oh.
It's gonna cost Akito a lot.
Great knockdown.
If you've got a lot of minute to work with, it really does count.
The counter hit jump dust launches Akito. He gets the 5k 2H confirmed. 6-2 for Jason Riot.
I had it.
Yeah, it was 5-2 last game.
Chat, what are you guys doing? You're not correcting me.
They're busy watching this amazing Guilty Gear action.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Heaven or hell. Duel. Let's rock. Counter.
Groundstar 5k doing work for Robokai. That seems like a big part of the equilibrium. Dash meaty 5p, link of 5p, get a knockdown. Make tons of meter frame trap into charged missile edge, whatever it's called. A back split only, slash only faultless as the first few hits gets launched. Loses a bunch of meter and life for his pleasure. There's the Galaxy Brain, Banner Revolver, call out an air dash.
Yeah, Banner Revolvers are really good to keep people in the corner. Unfortunately, it doesn't do that much damage. This is gonna do damage. Oh, no.
Oh, he did miss the confirm there. Nice, run up 2k a bit early.
Oh no!
Oh
No,
no!
this conversion.
You wanna RC that second hit and jump dust so you can get a whole helicopter combo on the opponent, but maybe Saul's just weird. Anytime Robokai is in your face with that jump kick and he has meter, it's scary because you can jump cancel that jump kick. which means you can instant overhead DP. You can also like late jump cancel install into command throw to do an as tight as possible tick throw on 5k.
Akito is doing these sort of zoning 5K.
I think Sulfar. You stick it out and it's that's Sulfar. We've seen it at Round Start a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, beats the DP with 5D.
5D, yeah. We've seen him do a lot of meaty 5D and 5D. Must have like less than 5 recovery. So that was an SDP. It's not as fast as HDP. That's probably not what Jason meant to input. Oh, he did TKDP at Clash with the first hit of Super. But then what he cancelled into was not an invincible DP, and he lost in the post-class situation. Oh!
Akito doing a really good job of
Super tight.
Dashing Gunplay.
This time he gets counter hit by Gunplay. Trying to squirm out of the corner, gets tagged by Jason's on its mid pressure with like a low throw error there.
Oh no!
Tech DP, unfortunately much more impressive on characters with DPs that go forward.
They've been looking to
And under it.
stop a reset.
We might have discovered the human limit for commentating first attempts. There's, yeah, very consistent round start 5k, but that was beautiful counter hit 5 heavy conversion straight into mashed out gun Grand Viper. Tech air throw, the classic. Jump back in, out of the way. Oh, but the backdash is tagged by Bandit Burner. ID conversion, it's red beat, it's good. Over respects, gets hit by a low as he walks backwards. Far Faris, Far 2S.
Just did a great job of Akito off him. Akito really wants to go in because he has all this meter, but Jason's not letting him.
Call out. Nice 2S.
Warren is not frame 1, it's frame 2. Oh, the new version. Hypothetical Nice pickup.
Yo, the dashboard 2P.
Wow.
And that's Winder.
Wow, that was a lot of damage for something I didn't think would pick up.
I wonder if he's used the amazing replay takeover feature to grind what to do in that situation in Robokai. Anti-air 5k. The Sol Classic, the Jason Classic. There's the running forward. Counter hit. Threat of stun. No! Tech jump heavy DP kills. Brings it to 8-2. Oh no, the dash didn't come out, he just whipped a command throw.
The dinky little scheme. Nice shimmy.
There's the command throw.
Good DP from Jason.
100 meter from Robokai. He can FD with some of it, he can look for chances to DP. He can... Oh, nice. Whip punish. Oh! Don't combo off that counter hit. Must be a low level attack. Sol spending all his meter on gunplane resets. Which means when he finally gets command throw, he doesn't take that much damage.
Yeah, Jason is actually, hit for hit, doing way more damage than the base. And that's causing Akito to have some serious problems. It's the great tip for tat, but Jason's hitting way harder.
Yeah. And it seems like Robokai gets a far as Sol falls over. Sol gets a far as, he gets far as 5 heavy tap. Or Robokai needs meter to convert his 5 heavy. Saul can just get a counter hit, do Fan Viper from any range.
Well, even
Now the meter
5k,
considerations.
he maybe gets a knockdown. But if Saul has the 5k,
Yeah.
it's like 5k 2 heavy Fan Viper into like 50 damage.
Although, to be fair, Roboguy 5k is low.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's what they're hitting.
yeah.
Nice horse. Link the 5 heavy FRC. Clean up the raft. Looking to aggressively instant block Jason's pokes.
Yeah, he's not going as much for the heavy FTing as he was earlier.
We see Jason choosing not to do Sidewinder, just do a nice self-dusted. That jab is so good. Nice air throw. Starting to chunk away Jason's life. Managed to miss the punish. At least doesn't get carry it, gets the tech. Spending your meter on horses and a Barre 5k into a full strain into Fafnir extension. 9-2, Jason Riot.
Taking a little moment.
They switch sides? Yeah, they switch sides. Nice, backdashing away from the air dash reset. Movement is like FD is good against all tools, but so is movement. Nice. Getting so much mileage of that deep dash 5k. Oh. But Roboguy also has 100 meter. He can do some very silly things. Oh, whips the burst through the invincibility of the pose. Yeah, trying to jump after the third one. But whatever, it's not that much damage.
This is a Barre is so on point. Only going for it when it's really low risk.
Oh, beautiful 2S. And then counter hits the steam. Is this going to be the kill or the scaling of the end of Brenner be too much? Goes for a knockdown. Probably not the direction he wanted, but immediately counter hit by a horse.
Oh,
drops
no,
the combo!
Oh, that's tragic.
Sometimes Saul is the one that's hard to combo, despite being the main character.
Yeah, I mean, so
Just walking forward, instant block until he's got 50%.
no dab is screwed up yet, blocks.
The jump in, oh, expecting some kind of low.
Oh, not gonna wire here. Gotta make something happen. Oh, Jason got the combo. He's still in this. Oh no, he didn't have any steam!
Twists the slash back, disables his own block.
That's 10-2 for Jason.
Whew. A lot of Guilty Gear just happened.
Okay. Oh. KRC Pinto and Minnesota Matt and Kenshin Lude. Thank you so much for following.
Minnesota Matt.
Emu2D. Thank you for following. Thank you everyone for following. Great sets today. Again, go to UMAT, please. I'd love to see you all there. It's a great event. It's going to be really great. Black Maniac, thank you for following. Just Blaze 88, thank you for following. I'd love to chat more, but I am really burned out.
Yep, so this was first week. We tried 4 in a row. I think I just need to prepare a coffee to drink for the second one. But we got a lot of great Guilty Gear, amazing sets. We'll go offline soon. You can check the VOD. The VOD will also get re-uploaded to Jason Riot's YouTube for posterity. Shoutouts to all of our players. I am dying, so I will look up a list.
Yeah. Who we're rating?
Who are we rating? Who is playing? Shout outs to Joe Biden and Excalibur. Shout outs to Digital Watches and Saphri. And Mole and Naj. And of course, Jason Riot and AkitoBass.
Got FGC Edsu, 96 Nomad, Master of Drawa, Van Street Battle, Paquette. Oh, that's Rev 2. Just GGXXPR. Geo. Metro Air Dashes is playing Rev 2. I don't know. I'll pick one.
Can we just raid the concept of Guilty Gear? Is the concept of Guilty Gear streaming?
Alright, I'll rate this one. What are they doing? Alright, they're playing. Let's start the raid. Alright. They only accept raids from teammates? Wow.
Let's just raid Van Street Battle.
Not Guilty Gear. Man.
Are they still on Guilty Gear?
I'm trying to find someone to raid here and
Yeah, can we not raid Van Street Battle?
playing.
Yeah, they're playing. It's winner semis.
Alright.
Zappa versus Slayer.
Alright, I'll send you guys off to watch Van Street Battle. It is a tournament ongoing. Winner semis. If you want to see more plus R, check it out. Thanks so much to everyone for watching today. See you next time in 2 weeks. We'll do this bi-weekly. Alright, bye-bye!
Bye, everyone.